like a baby. All the shawty's taking all his cash. Please don't stare, you might we'll get a money, come on my respect. Way too many niggas in the cut. I love them. Always wish we get the first book. I don't care, I'll just pretend. I guess I'm better than these other chumps.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Ladder League Season 2. I'm Revulo. I'm joined by No Game Sense.
Hello.
And today we're covering Week 2 Rung 6. Today our competitors are TWICELYTE, THENZOTA, and KWAZRR. And it's going to be an interesting one because we are on a elimination match. Only one person will get through. And it's going to be a tight one because we've got TWICELYTE and KWAZRR, who have very close PBs. Zota hasn't really had the best introduction so far. It's definitely an underdog story for Zota, and it's kind of hard to tell how much chance he has since he hasn't really completed many runs so far. I think only 2 runs
Yep.
have actually been completed by him so far, and his best was the 241 he got in week 1.
Yeah, 241 in week 1. He was doing some practice last night. He completed, I think, only one more run then. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Zota ends up pulling out today, because he's by far the underdog in this match.
And the sum of best here kind of says it all, really.
Yeah.
5-minute difference. It's gonna be really hard. I think either it's gonna take Zota pulling out kind of just the run of a lifetime, which is possible. Like, I think even for his level, he
Yeah.
can definitely improve his time a lot. But it mainly comes down to how practiced he is. And there isn't a huge amount of evidence that points me into the direction of saying, yeah, Zota definitely will PB by 5 minutes and come first and win this race. I can't really say that's a likely outcome.
Yeah, it would be cool though. I mean, he said he was practicing episode 5, episode 6 the most. Like that was his least confident area of the game, of the run, but we'll see. KWAZRR and TWICELYTE have been like showing pretty good gameplay recently.
And we are beginning.
Yes. Hopping into 1-1 negotiations. Everyone's favorite level. And then
This kind of can just like it's one of these levels where like it can affect your confidence like immediately, because it's like
exactly.
you either have like a normal negotiations or you lose like 10, 15, 20, 30 just very easily.
It honestly all starts on that first jump slam with Obi-Wan. Like if you like mess that up and miss killing the droids, like it can really spiral. But we'll see how they deal with it. And going into room 2 as well with the heart counts. Very easy to lose time, a lot of RNG, but you can make it consistent. And let's see here. Everyone's starting up.
KWAZRR gets all 4 in one slam.
Yeah. Oh, TWICELYTE missing a droid there with the force. But everything pretty standard so far.
Ooh,
Oh,
on
KWAZRR.
That's gonna slow him down quite a lot.
Yeah, KWAZRR having to just missing the droids completely.
So far seems like Zota's having the cleanest start.
Agreed. He is on one heart on
Ooh,
P1 though.
He picked up a blue stud on player 1. He's gonna have to take 2 deaths here.
Not what you want to see for THENZOTA.
And he also fell off aggroing these droids, so potentially 2 extra deaths here for Zota.
Yeah. Everybody having their own types of mishaps in 1-1 here.
Yeah, KWAZRR also has coins on player 1. It's gonna be hard to recover this without picking up coins.
Yeah, and looks like TWICELYTE's just going to be the first to enter here.
No one having a very clean start, but TWICELYTE with the coins. KWAZRR manages to finish the level with 0, so...
I was going to say, I didn't know if he was going to pick up
from
studs there.
Managed to get lucky with the coin bounce.
Yeah.
And considering the coin count, KWAZRR kind of got away with a pretty decent time, because that could have been much worse if he managed to pick up another coin on respawn.
100%. It looks like TWICELYTE save canceled. I think Zota and KWAZRR... Okay, yeah, Zota and KWAZRR saved, but TWICELYTE did not save. So hopefully he knows to save after 1-2.
Yeah, that is going to be a penalty, I believe.
Yeah, 3-second penalty there for TWICELYTE. But yeah, going into invasion cutscene here. Hoping to see every player get up the tree.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of setups people are using. TWICELYTE with 50 Hz.
Mm-hmm.
Having some trouble finding his
That's it.
Zota also on the 50 Hz gets it pretty clean.
Yeah,
All 50
KWAZRR.
Hz.
Yeah, all 50 Hz. Does get it though. All right, perfect. It was a little slow for everyone, but Zota probably the best, I'd say. Again. And then going into the Jar Jar jumps here. I believe every player does do them. So we shouldn't see anything crazy going on here. Yeah. Oh,
Ooh.
Zota.
Activates the platform at least.
Right.
Is a similar story.
Yeah, TWICELYTE and Zota nailing the waterfall jumps there. KWAZRR coming up on it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
2 log jumps from TWICELYTE and Zota though. KWAZRR, ooh.
Yeah, KWAZRR is struggling here.
Gonna give up on it.
Yeah.
A little bit of a shaky start from KWAZRR though. Definitely behind quite a bit after that log jump.
Yeah, probably a bit
Gonna
of
make
nerves
a
there.
big difference.
And then I'm pretty sure, yeah, no drop gymnastic from either TWICELYTE or Zota. Then KWAZRR shouldn't be going forward either. So he's going to be losing a decent bit of time here in this episode 1 to start at least. Yeah, pretty clean from Zota and TWICELYTE, honestly. TWICELYTE maintains his roughly 2-second lead, but Zota did claw some time back there. All right. So yeah, going back into it, this is an elimination match, so two players will be eliminated. So the winner, it's a winner takes all basically, and then the leapfrog time is Charizard's 2:32.20, which I think so. I think TWICELYTE and KWAZRR are like they could beat that time. Like TWICELYTE is more like actually I don't know if they could beat that time. It's pretty hard to beat that time. Never mind. Sorry. I was just looking at their BPTs again.
Yeah, they'll have to probably PB to do that. But KWAZRR PBs probably more often than he does at this point. I think he'll probably start reaching the point where he's slowing down on PBs. To be honest, I was kind of thinking that when he got like 230, but then he ends up getting a 228 anyway, which is a pretty good time for his summer best.
Yeah, for sure. 5 minutes off your sob is not too shabby at all. And then looks like we're going into 1-3 here. Zota with Queen Amidala here.
Clean arch clips. Hate to see an arch clip fail.
Right. No power up for either player here. Just going to be roughing it out. Not much to commentate on 1-3. It's just very linear level.
Yeah, there's definitely small optimizations. TWICELYTE's got, I think, yeah, Zota had a little bit of a camera management difference at the start.
Right.
Doesn't really lose that much time, but interesting contrast.
Yeah.
The big deal here is these targets and then the camera pan skip.
Exactly.
TWICELYTE,
TWICELYTE nailed it.
no problem.
Same with Zota. As Zota and TWICELYTE are basically synced up here, like in real time.
Will the camera pan skip change that?
Let's see. Very early call-in from TWICELYTE. But yeah, they both get
Yeah,
it there.
both of them, they both did it kind of carefully, just waiting for a little bit to make sure player 2 was close enough to swap. But
Yeah.
it paid off since they both hit it.
Yeah, pretty good. Solid 1-3.
KWAZRR
going,
takes
yeah.
it a little bit more risky, saving a tiny bit of time there, but it does seem like he actually caught up maybe a second or two in this level.
Yeah, it looks like he just played it cleaner there on the elevator. Nice. Yeah, so about a 20-second deficit for KWAZRR right now, exiting 1-3. And Zota did claw some seconds back, is now 1 second in the lead. But yeah, so going into 1-4 here, I'm pretty sure Zota is the only one that could attempt God Fraud. The other two don't even do it. So we'll see if that happens. I know he wasn't having the best time of it on stream yesterday, but anything's possible. I mean, he does the GameCube PS4 controller God Fraud, I believe. So we'll see how that goes.
It's an interesting choice if he does go for it.
Right.
However, it could pay off because it's potentially a minute time save. It's just really a gamble because it can just go catastrophically wrong, which we've seen before.
Yeah, he was looking better on it last night, but I mean, we'll see here if he even attempts it. He wasn't really sure if he would even go for it, but I think he could really use the time save.
Although, would
Alright.
he have started with player 2?
Oh, you're right, yeah.
Dropped in?
Yeah,
I
so
guess
he's
he's
just
not going for it. Yeah.
not going for it. Wants the consistency. I can understand it.
I think we'll see 0 death from every.
Yeah, everyone should be trying to go for 0 death, but I think they have some 2 death as well. Like, some of them don't hit the bottom D-pad there to get into 0 death.
Yeah. 0 death is a little bit riskier. You can slightly bigger chance of missing the checkpoint since you have to actually like drive the angle yourself.
Good.
It's also not really that big of a time save, so definitely in a race you don't really want to take that risk necessarily unless you're extremely confident.
Exactly.
Both, showing off his controller.
Yeah, they both get the initial clip here. Let's see what they opt to do. 0 death or 2 death. It is 2 death, it looks like, from TWICELYTE. And yeah, okay, the
It's
same
very
from
far right. He might actually be doing like normal pod fraud here. So Zota doing 2 death. He's gonna actually save time on TWICELYTE with that.
Yeah.
That's probably about 4 seconds of time save, maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, KWAZRR clawing it back slowly here. Yeah, he went pretty far right there. Did not want to risk anything about missing the checkpoint there. Doesn't lose that much time though, since you're already going so fast. Out of bounds. Yeah, okay, pretty standard pod race. Everyone nailing the pod fraud there.
Very nice to not see anyone missing pod fraud.
Yeah, definitely. It's such a like Debbie Downer if you miss pod fraud because you're like, it's such an easy trick. I get it so often. And you just have a fluke where you miss it, and it's like, so much time lost there already. But yeah, we don't even have to worry about it. So everyone's gonna finish up driving lap 3 here. See Zota get the clip there. Yep, perfect. Both bounce off the rock. And yeah, TWICELYTE and Zota is still very synced up here. I think they're probably still within like 1 or 2 seconds of each other.
Did cross my mind that there is still this lap 3, but it's pretty hard to miss.
Yeah,
No real big risk.
definitely. And yeah, Zota's actually clawed a little farther ahead there.
Yeah, strong start for Zota. I think for me, his episode 1 isn't too questionable. I think he is pretty good in episode 1, but I think his biggest problem is mainly just since he's been inactive for like pretty much since the last ladder league. He's not as experienced with all the new strats
Yeah.
and just less practiced, and I think that's going to be the biggest difference overall in the run. But so far, strong start. Would love to see this pace kept up.
Yeah, definitely. I think he kind of needs a strong start if he wants to be competitive here, and it's good that it's shown off so far. In Theed, I'm pretty sure the only major strat difference is that KWAZRR will be going for Theater Clip. But other than that, all these people, all the runners, sorry, do almost the same stuff. Elevator, except we might see some interesting stuff from TWICELYTE in the hangar.
Before Zota pulls out the what's the strat code where you go back through the transition?
Oh
The
yeah.
out of bounds.
I don't
actually
even know.
Can't remember what that's called, but
Yeah,
hopefully he
the
doesn't
BTT
go for that
strat.
because there is pretty high chance he fails it. I think there's like a frame perfect jump that you need to do to get across. I'm not too knowledgeable about it.
Yeah, me neither.
KWAZRR taking the risky strat. Doesn't want to blow himself up.
Does get it though. Nice and clean there from KWAZRR, saving some time.
No problems getting the transition.
Yeah. Zota not on the button.
TWICELYTE having the exact same experience.
Yeah, but pretty good from both of them. They're like playing the same run right now.
Yeah, it's actually, they've been side by side for so long now.
Yeah. KWAZRR faster on the buttons too, so he's takes a death actually.
Ooh.
Never mind.
An unfortunate place to die.
Yeah. Yeah, KWAZRR definitely clawing some time back here at the start of this Theed.
Yeah, KWAZRR definitely not out.
Yeah, okay.
Looking to reset his hearts. I actually lose a bit of time for that. That's always the worst thing. I kind of only would go for that with 1 heart remaining.
Right.
But
yeah, I take my chances with the 2 hearts because it's likely to get hearts while you're killing these droids on the stairs. But yeah, both elevator strats for TWICELYTE and Zota, and then KWAZRR looking to go the same way. Yeah, standard Theed room here.
it's like losing time to a death. Zota actually taking the lead again after that.
Yeah.
You now. Very old strat. Shouldn't cause too many problems, but it can do. Ooh, yeah. So it's a nogging through the transition.
Gets it that time
gets
though.
It first try.
Yeah, now TWICELYTE's back in the lead again. Is KWAZRR, yeah.
Close KWAZRR is, yeah. Just clawing it back right now.
Oh my god, Zota was so close to getting graded there. In the wall. Yeah, good, yeah. Oh, KWAZRR.
Oh, that's gonna lose. Actually, on the transition though, he respawns, so
yeah,
not the worst death ever.
Yeah, it should be standard hangars here, except I think TWICELYTE goes for the new strat with the force movement on the spaceship here, or the what is it? The yellow cruiser.
Yeah, I don't know what the name of that strat is, but it's kind of difficult.
Zota is missing shots here on the camera pans. Oh, KWAZRR just doesn't get any camera pans actually, so. TWICELYTE doesn't.
Some of that time he was saving.
Yeah, TWICELYTE doesn't actually end up going for the cruiser skip there. Oh my
Zota
goodness.
trying to shoot the droid, but Qui-Gon Jinn is actually blocking all the shots. So,
I've actually never
unfortunate
seen
little
that.
sequence there from Zota. Now KWAZRR is catching really close. TWICELYTE does maintain his lead now.
Yeah.
He's got a bit of a bigger gap now. Lamp
Yeah,
jump could change all of that.
Yeah, dreaded lamp jump. It's like the biggest like fluke like trick in the game where you could just hit it first try and have no problem, or just miss it like 5 times. It actually doesn't make any sense why it like misses. It's just all mental, I think, that trick. Is what I've noticed at least.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you don't think about it, and then suddenly it's like, wait, why did I just fail this?
Exactly. It's the worst when you actually get into the collision on the wall, but you actually miss getting on top of the lamp. That's probably the worst way to miss it.
I say up first.
Oh. Takes a death, but gets the respawn on the lamp at least, so it doesn't lose that much time.
Nice recovery from Zota. Bonks the lamp, but still manages to get up second try.
Yeah, that was really nice from
KWAZRR
Zota.
only one to fail in. KWAZRR, I actually have heard him say he has a little bit of a gripe with lamp jumps, so
Yeah.
maybe a little bit of a rivalry with him and the lamp shown on display. He's still failing it.
Yeah, it looks like he's like not
This is
waiting long enough for iframes, and he's like not getting a far enough jump, but he actually does get it that time.
Eventually does, but what was that, 4th or 5th try?
5th try, yeah.
Immediately shot out. That's another 2 seconds lost.
Yeah. His TWICELYTE and Zota did nail the DM2 jumps here. Oh. KWAZRR another death here on Darth Maul. But does hit the fast version of the DM2 jumps. So yeah, TWICELYTE and Zota not struggling here on Darth Maul at the beginning, but KWAZRR having considerable problems as we go into DM3.
Yeah, and I'm honestly surprised to see KWAZRR struggling this much at the moment, but it might just be down to just inexperience, since despite his time, he is still a relatively new and inexperienced runner. This is his first like speed running tournament, at least in this game. So
Exactly.
may not be used to the pressure of racing in this kind of environment.
Right. Yeah. Pretty standard DM3s here.
Droid. Ooh. It's gonna have an auto drop out play one that kills his power up, so another rough room here for KWAZRR. Pretty much racking up every problem that can go wrong.
Literally. Zota and TWICELYTE are cruising here, both basically synced up in DM4 here. And we'll see how these cycle skips go for both these players, while KWAZRR struggles with his last pack of droids. Oh, Zota 1 frame off. Oh, he didn't realize.
Cycle skip.
Yeah, absolutely no cycle skips here from either of these two.
Chance for KWAZRR to recover some time.
Oh, the buttons.
First, he needs to stand on the buttons.
Yep. But yeah, KWAZRR are actually pretty good at cycle skips from what I've seen, so definitely a chance here for him to salvage this Darth Maul. His TWICELYTE is done, and Zota is done soon after. So yeah, basically tied episode 1s from TWICELYTE and Zota here. Very similar.
Interested to see their episode 1 exit. Pretty clean, I'd say.
Yeah, KWAZRR.
No major mistakes.
Oh, KWAZRR taking a death there, actually. But does hit the second
That's
cycle
one
skip.
cycle skip.
Probably didn't save time, though, because he did take the death. It probably actually did save, like, a second or two still. But yeah, oh, yeah,
More
look at
than the other
that.
two.
21-20, 21-22 here. So very similar from TWICELYTE and Zota on the episode 1s. And yeah, that was solid. I mean, I feel like you can't ask for much more in a race setting 21-20 at this level. Like no god fraud, like that's pretty solid.
Yeah, and with saves as well. That's like
Exactly.
maybe 10-15 seconds.
Yeah. Very solid
Interesting
episode 1.
to see Zota in the lead though. I don't know. It's only episode 1, but then it's like it seemed like the gap was so big even this would have been out of the question.
Right.
I think I looked through the predictions and I'm not sure I even saw Zota's name once for this match.
Oh, really? Yeah. I mean, he's locking in right now. I mean, he definitely has a shot here if he continues this level of gameplay. His KWAZRR did end up with a 22-12, so considerable time loss, and Darth Maul probably added on to that after he did save some time indeed.
Yeah, KWAZRR only 15 seconds behind after feed, but massive meltdown in more. Yeah, almost a minute difference. It's kind of surprising, but at the same time, it's not over for him because
No.
there is just so much that can go wrong for the other two runners, and it's all just about mental at this point. KWAZRR can just regain his composure and
Definitely.
just stay consistent for the rest of the run. There's easily an opportunity for him to come back.
Yeah. I mean, these early levels, like, they're really a tone setter. Like, if you can't let them, like, steer how you're going to perform for the rest of the run, like, you have to just re-lock in after every episode, like, I got this. I'm going to mitigate all the time loss. As we go into the first room here of BHP for TWICELYTE and Zota.
Lots to go wrong in this level.
Definitely. I'm pretty sure, yeah, both two players here called in. Pretty clean lights from TWICELYTE and Zota.
Ooh. Fast on the torpedoes from TWICELYTE. Does end a little bit far away from the transition, so a few seconds lost to that, but actually both of them pretty fast. I think Zota lost a little bit of time.
Yeah. He did like a different strategy where he like put player 2 on the left, I think, than what TWICELYTE did, but it worked out.
That's how I'd do it. I think that is the standard strat, but it's mainly just to get player 1 like on the transition when you finish killing the left free.
Exactly. KWAZRR having a good time of it on the lights. And TWICELYTE and Zota are in room 2.
Ooh. We have a funny setup from KWAZRR.
Yeah. A little bit of variance in this level. Yeah, TWICELYTE nailed the light. Going back for the 4th, misses the 4th light. He does get it on the turnaround.
Zota also missing this right one. This is the room where the camera angle makes it a little bit tricky.
Yeah.
To hit these. We get 60 useless facts from TWICELYTE.
Very nice. Was that intentional, you think? Did he only grab 2 torpedoes on the one player? Or did he blank?
I think it's not really faster to do that, so he probably either took 2 or missed 1 and just is a backup.
Yeah, not bad. Good knowledge.
Other than the missed light, pretty clean from TWICELYTE.
Yeah. KWAZRR in room 2 now dies, but should get the respawn on the light. And a little awkward here, but does get the 4th light. But yeah, TWICELYTE played that pretty well, pretty clean from him. Zota as well, just losing a little bit of time. A little bit everywhere. There's a lot of variance. But yeah, pretty clean.
KWAZRR having a... Oh, okay, I spoke too soon. Camera angle pulls away, making it untargetable.
Right.
But actually recovers it pretty quickly, just grabbing a torpedo on player 1. I think that still might have even been faster than the other 2, that room 2.
Yeah, it looks pretty good there. TWICELYTE Zota here on R4 Fly in Camino. Looks like TWICELYTE going for a death on Obi-Wan to set up the camera. Does
Keyboard setup.
get it. Yeah, nice.
A little bit close, but
Zota the
slightly
same.
different setup for Zota. I think this is the Frost setup, but actually camera angle doesn't work out, it seems like, or flying from... Well, this is a little bit... Okay, actually does...
Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with the keyboard setup, but I've heard that like failing it does mess up the camera and making it not work, but just to have got away with it just there.
Yeah, he had good knowledge there on how to back it up. This TWICELYTE's going for KBS here. Looks good to me, yeah. And does look to get it. Yes. Zota not even attempting it, just going for the buttons here.
Yeah, that's a good decent amount of time saved there for TWICELYTE.
Yeah, it's like 5,
Always
6
a scary
seconds.
trick to go for, but when it pays off, it feels good. Definitely good for your mental hitting that trick. At least for me.
Gotcha.
KWAZRR will likely go for KBS as well here, unless he feels like playing it safe. But I think his goal right now is just to catch up.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's watching the stream, but...
Standing a little bit high there. Does that work? Okay, he does get away with it just about. Very close to popping inbounds though.
Definitely. As TWICELYTE and Zota being pretty standard here, but just Zota having the time loss from going for the buttons there. In the bomb room, there's not much besides just making sure you jump over the bombs and keep Django moving. So I'm pretty sure none of these players that go for drop gem warp should just see the standard.
I think Zota has the option since he's got 2 controllers for GTF, but
Right.
not sure if he will or not. I didn't see him change his controller setup. Oh.
Me neither.
Biggest time save in this room is just getting an early jump onto the bridge.
Mm-hmm. Oh, KWAZRR taking a death there on the 4th bomb. The TWICELYTE going for Camino clip here. Gets the insta.
Yeah. It's a bit of a different setup to what I usually see, but it does work out for him.
Yeah, I think he only killed 1 droid as well, so not too bad. Should be on 2 or 1. Zota also going for the droid kill. Did kill 1 so far. 2 now.
A little bit slow on the swap, and I actually didn't have ghost hearts on P2, so it took a while to die.
Yeah. Did kill 2 droids for Zota though.
Seed free is still perfectly good.
Definitely.
He gets unlucky and gets seed for it. It's also not too big of a problem if he knows what to do in that seed.
And KWAZRR on the
KWAZRR
Camino
now.
clip. Yeah.
Oh, he does the frost setup. That is jumps over the transition.
Yeah, good knowledge there.
Jinx.
Yeah, pretty decent Caminos, honestly, from everyone in terms of what they go for. Zota missing the R4 fly once, and then KWAZRR taking a death in the bomb room, but otherwise pretty solid here. TWICELYTE still continuing to lead here. Didn't really make many mistakes at all.
By far the cleanest TWICELYTE.
Definitely. You got a 5 flat, so yeah, definitely solid there. I think a good Camino for like doing all the strats is like 4x, right? Like what's the CG actually?
Yeah, that's like a very good Camino. I'd say with all the strats hit, you probably want to aim for something under sub 5, so
yeah,
losing a little bit of time just by playing everything safe, but it's much better to do that than just failing the strats.
Definitely. Then looks like, what is that, a 520 from Zota? So actually a decent amount of time lost from the KBS and then the R4 fly miss. And KWAZRR gets, what is that, 19? Oh, actually, well, that's like, oh, that's actually is a 456, I think. So KWAZRR actually saved a lot of time there, I think.
Yeah, even with the def, just playing everything slightly more risky just saved him a lot of time, even with the def. So
Yeah, clawing
shows that
back.
it pays off to just soldier on through it. Confidence.
Solid.
And that's
'Cause, yeah,
probably going to be good for his mental, I'd say.
yeah, I think Camino's a very like mental level. Like you just feel so good after completing it. Like it's the hardest episode 2 level, I think. Yeah, I think so. I mean, the tricks. So once you like get through that, you're like, oh, I can really cook this droid factory now. TWICELYTE doing the one player on the opening room here.
Interesting. I haven't
See,
seen that for a while.
yeah, usually
Old
you want
school player.
yeah. Does take the death there to Fred. No safety.
Good respawn at least.
Yeah. Zota
Also, we got the two vintage players here showing the vintage strats. Doesn't really lose that much time, so
yeah.
not a big deal. It's mainly just saving one dropout or delaying it, I guess.
Yeah, usually you want to like preserve the heart count on player 1 so you don't die to Fred. That's kind of the point. Or one of the points, I believe, but yeah, KWAZRR does the 2, but does do the dropout there. See if he lives to Fred. His TWICELYTE in the bucket room does do the 2-player movement. And looking pretty good from him as well. Should get the force push here. Very nice. His KWAZRR was spared by Fred. Yeah, Zota also actually just doing the 1-player bucket fly here. With R2.
If TWICELYTE learns from his mistakes, anyone knows that clip.
Looks good.
No force pushes. Looking good.
Yeah, Zota just playing safer strats here. Not opting for a lot of the 2-player stuff in Droid Factory.
Extended 1 PT on KWAZRR as well.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a harder strat, but it does save a couple of seconds.
TWICELYTE falls into the lava with player 1, but has the power up still.
Won't really be able to use it on the droid because just the
Ooh. He called R2 right into the lava there. Oh,
what is
again.
even happening? I don't know if it actually, because I don't normally drop in when I do that. I just wait for him to teleport over and then call him in, which
Yeah.
I don't know if that's correct or not. I might be mistaken, but
I haven't seen many
would
people
avoid that happening.
go in that corner and to like drop and warp R2 there. Usually they go like farther up on the wall.
Also having a little bit of trouble calling in R2, but maybe not quite as devastating.
Yeah, and then KWAZRR isn't even opting for the Obi-Wan call in. He's just flying with R2.
That is interesting, actually. Surprised.
Yeah. I believe Jared did that forever. He might even still do it, so just a little different there on the cave room.
It's one of those strats where it's kind of unintuitive to learn, so you can definitely understand why you'd avoid learning it.
For sure. Yeah, TWICELYTE solid droid factory there besides R2 Steven Lava like twice there in the cave room. And then I believe KWAZRR did save a little. Let me see. No, it looks like pretty similar droid factories from everyone. Everyone made different mistakes. It's a 435 from Zota. 420 from KWAZRR. But yeah, let's see these pillars. TWICELYTE, pretty solid pillar 1 actually. That looked really good. Then TWICELYTE go into pillar 2 here. It's all going to come down to the seeds. But TWICELYTE seems to be having a good go of it on the pillars here.
Also having some trouble with the deflects.
Yeah.
Time.
He got good rolls too with the Droidicas. I just think he held deflect
Guys,
late.
Yeah, he kind of started deflecting too early and ended up slashing at the beginning. It's going to cost him a little bit of time, and KWAZRR actually a decent start.
Yeah, TWICELYTE had a pretty good pillars there too.
See what seeds we're looking at here.
Yeah.
A weird spawn for that first raid. Maybe it's just the camera angle.
Yeah, I think so.
Looks like C2. We got 2 at the start here.
Right.
TWICELYTE.
Yeah, I like C2, honestly. I think it can be the fastest seed compared to 3. As long as you get good targeting.
That's the case.
Let's see KWAZRR's seed here. 1, 2. Oh, sorry. 2 there at the beginning as well.
Looking like 2 as well.
But yeah, TWICELYTE having a good go of it there on the seed. Really nice targeting. So yeah, TWICELYTE and KWAZRR are presumably on the same seed. And then I didn't see
This
Zota's
might be
seed.
C2 for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, Zota looks to have been on seed 2 as well at the start of this wave 1. Or wave 2, rather. Ooh. Is he supposed to go right here on C2? I'm pretty sure you go right 3, left 3, so he might be losing a little time here.
Yeah, it's not. It shouldn't be that big of a problem. It's just.
Yeah, they're on
slightly
screen
slower
here.
getting to the last guys.
Yeah,
I don't think it affects the spawns though for C2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 330 from TWICELYTE there, very solid.
Yeah, that's definitely a pretty good time for seeds. Lost quite a bit of time on the pillars, but overall not too bad.
Zota is just long range shooting Django here. I haven't seen that. Works out though.
A little bit slow, but nothing disastrous. TWICELYTE on first gate skip.
Nice. Gets a little slowly, but gets back up on the platform there. And does grab EBB. As, what was that from Zota? That was 11. Oh, 348 from Zota, so considerably slower there. Jedi battle.
TWICELYTE missing second gate skip. Starts a little bit far left on the cooling. Second try is gonna work. Not sure he actually got ghost HUDs there.
Oh, did he? Oh, no, he did not.
Not. Actually hit the transition before player 1 died, which is kind of rare to see, but
Yeah.
it's not the worst thing in the world if you just like grab the extra power up.
Oh, Zota is really having problems on this bomb. I think he had an explosion. Oh no, he just... Yeah, Zota just having a meltdown here on the first barrier skip. Not even getting there yet. Does get there, though. He gets the first barrier skip. But yeah, losing some time here is Zota, so KWAZRR clawing time back.
Cycles now. Kind of in a rough place for Zota. Takes another death because of the lasers.
Right. That was a little left there for Zota, but does get it. But yeah, TWICELYTE's still just maintaining this pace. I mean, that was a pretty good gunship. What was that, 8? Wait, let me see what that is. Oh, 201, so not that bad.
Yeah, second gate skip probably cost him maybe 10 seconds, but overall, nothing terrible. I think KWAZRR slightly cleaner, probably gonna save some time.
Actually, looks like he got the same time, 2:01. Or no, he got a 1:59. TWICELYTE coming up on Dooku skip here. Hopefully we do not see the Geonosians. Oh, wow. Okay, it just moves around a lot there.
A little bit scary, but works out.
Yeah, and KWAZRR coming up as well. Wow, I'm surprised Zota only lost. He did not lose that much time in gunship. It was a 2:10, so not that bad from him. KWAZRR, nice.
Interesting
Nicely done.
lineup for KWAZRR, but it does work.
That almost looked like the Anorak setup where you go towards that mud on the ground and then slash. As you fall, you call in. So that looked pretty solid.
I've heard about it, but I've never actually seen it. So.
Allegedly,
Works.
it's faster. Like, it's like, you get like a 41 Dooku cutscene, or 40. Is Zota?
Ooh, calls in late. It
Yeah.
bounces off the transition. That's gonna be at least 20 seconds of time loss.
Yeah, I
depending on
believe
how quickly he gets these buns.
optimal backup here is only 28-second time loss. So we'll see how he does there. Does get up there. But not what
Doesn't
you want to
fall
see.
off. That's at least something for him, but
Yeah. TWICELYTE just done with 2-6 out of Dooku.
we're starting to see the kind of difference coming into play from Zota. Had a strong start, but over the course of this episode too, the sum of best difference and just overall consistency is definitely coming into play.
Definitely. As KWAZRR finishing ahead of Zota, obviously because Zota did miss the Dooku skip. We'll see what Zota's F2 exit does end up being here, though. Yeah, 43-23 for TWICELYTE. That's not too bad for a race setting.
Definitely on pace to get sub 230, depending
Definitely.
on how the second half goes for him. And I haven't actually mentioned yet, there is leapfrog potential here. Charzai second place in rung 4 with a 232. Check the seconds. 20. So that's the time to beat for whoever wins this race. And if they do it, they're gonna avoid bum rung next week and skip straight to which rung is it?
Would it be rung 4? Because rung 5 is the bottom rung next week. Or would it be
You
rung
might be
3?
right. Yeah, it would be rung 4. Myself and Coolison.
Ooh. And yeah, Zota 44-49, so now a minute behind KWAZRR, basically, out of episode 2. Definitely not what you want to see if you're Zota. But yeah, TWICELYTE maintaining a good pace here into episode 4. BPT 224, so pretty solid. And we'll see how the secret plans goes.
The win condition with Zota kind of was avoiding these like big time losses, like failing Dooku skip or missing pod fraud, and really doesn't help him here with that 30-second time loss from Dooku skip. So
Definitely.
Time to recover, but he's gonna have to rely a lot more on the other two making mistakes rather than him playing well.
Yeah.
Well, unless he just levels up completely. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. TWICELYTE having a good go of it in room 1 here. Has the power up on Leia. Pretty solid. KWAZRR going in as well. Hopefully no power up despawn for him. Actually just double shoots here and waits to go for the power up. Pretty good.
Less so
Yeah,
on this level, but episode 4 is definitely one of the biggest potential meltdowns for any of these players. There's just so much that can go wrong in this episode. And
for sure.
potentially one player could just have a clean episode 4 and just jump into first with a big lead.
Absolutely. There's so many problems, like fry skip, you can melt down on now. You could have a horrible Junlin, that happens all the time. Like princess aggros, you lose your helmet, DSC, miss trash skip, lose your helmet. Like there's so many things that can go wrong. Like it's almost the hardest episode now, besides episode 6.
With the new setup, which I'm assuming at least half these people would use by now, it's probably not too likely that fry skip's gonna go wrong without a major mistake. I'd say the biggest danger is DSC with trash skip and just losing your helmet costs so much time.
Definitely.
Junland also, but it's kind of a thing with Junland where like just one player can make a big mistake and then all 3 players will also do the same big mistake. It's one of those levels where it can go bad for everyone. Really.
Absolutely. But yeah, TWICELYTE, good on the crane there. Gets it first try, I believe. KWAZRR also coming up on it. And gets it first try, yeah. Nice. Very good. KWAZRR and TWICELYTE pretty close. Probably like a 15-20 second difference here.
Bodyguard R2 blocking these shots for TWICELYTE.
Yes. We'll see if TWICELYTE does the 2-player end room here. I don't believe he does. Oh, don't go to the cantina. Okay, yeah, just the 1 player here. Doesn't lose that much. But doesn't hit the camera pan skip.
Yeah, it looks like he got stuck on the door before he could swap to R2. We'll lose him a bit of time, depending on if KWAZRR can have a clean final room. Let's do the new strat here. Saves a few seconds, but also misses the camera pan skip.
Dang. Yeah, both of them just going a little too left on the doorway, not even having the ability to tag R2 there.
Not the worst thing that can happen in this episode, but
No, definitely
a little bit of
not.
an unnecessary fumble.
Yeah.
Potential time save for Zoltan, depending how his final room goes.
Zota did do the super crane first try, I believe, so now just up to this. Oh, don't attack R2. But yeah, looking good here at the end. Oh. That's fine. Rebel Friend is kind of blocking R2, though.
Like a 620 from TWICELYTE.
Not bad.
And from KWAZRR, so 1 second.
Oh, wow. Yeah, 619. So yeah, KWAZRR and TWICELYTE.
It's a very consistent level.
Yeah, it should be.
You're never really going to lose more than 15 seconds on this.
But yeah, here we go. This is a potential swing level. Junlin, so many tricks, slow force, I believe. KWAZRR does slow force. And then I think we might see something saucy from Zota in here if he chooses to do it. In the Sandcrawler, or before the Sandcrawler. We'll see if that comes to fruition.
Yeah, the mythical Viola skip, I believe it's called. Doesn't save time, and I'd argue it's harder, so we'll see. No slow force from TWICELYTE. The Zota patented strat. Hopefully it's gonna show us how it's done.
Yeah, he
KWAZRR
says
will also be doing it.
Zota says the trick is easy, so I would hope that he hits it here. KWAZRR looks good at the beginning here. Yeah, very
Yep.
nice.
Textbook from KWAZRR. We'll see how the red brick crabs goes because the camera can slow you down a little bit.
But TWICELYTE going for
TWICELYTE.
EJP, yeah.
Yeah, gets a little bit of a too far left line. Struggling a little bit. It's definitely not the easiest strat. This should make it.
Yeah, that'll work. That was 4th try from him though, so a lot of his lead just got erased there as KWAZRR got almost perfect slow force. Actually, he's just lost the lead.
Yeah, slow force is harder to learn, I'd say, but once you're consistent with it, it's far more consistent to get than faster force. And TWICELYTE kind of showing that they lost a lot of time, and the strat is just slower than slow force.
Right.
Very unintuitively with the name scheme, but big time save for KWAZRR, and first time in the entire run, I think KWAZRR's going to be in the lead, right?
Yeah, that
Or at
sounds
least
correct.
on the level exit, but yet to see that.
Yeah, TWICELYTE does get BBJ there after like 5 attempts, so KWAZRR got on the 2nd try, so definitely looks to be saving time here in
I'm seeing
Junland.
something interesting from ZOTA. I don't know if he just he skipped it or if he failed it, but he is not out of bounds with Luke. I probably should have been looking.
Yeah, what's...
So slow force. I'm gonna have a guess and say he went for it, but popped in bounds or fell. Dota kind of eating his own words right now.
Yeah. I mean, did he even grab the power up? So it almost makes me think he didn't even go for it.
I'm gonna guess he just failed it really early and had to just bail on it because it is a one try.
Right. Yeah, KWAZRR hitting quicksand 1 here. And Zota
I
doing
don't
the 2.
expect bone bridge jump here, but we'll see.
Looks like Zota has 2 players called in, so we are going to see it here on the
Ooh.
Sandcrawler.
Yeah, and the hardest part, in my opinion, was just getting across that quicksand with both of them.
Right.
Oh. Lives out
Oh.
of bounds first try, but
Oh.
goes back inbounds. I'm not too familiar with the specifics of this strat, but
Yeah, I think he just fell out of bounds there. Also missing the transition there again. That one... No, he misses it again. I think he's just falling too far down.
been trying to promote this strat for a while, and this is not really a good showcase of it. Definitely not saving time to probably even ban for this point.
No, I don't think so.
Eventually does get it, but
KWAZRR
I'm not going to be rushing to learn that after seeing that.
Yeah.
TWICELYTE with the R2 door clip gets it pretty quickly.
Yeah. But yeah, even Viola in the chat saying the trick is harder than BBJ, so even the creator is like, why is he going for this? But yeah, TWICELYTE...
ZOTA doesn't have a
At least put on a show.
one thing I've come to expect from ZOTA.
As we were actually wrong, KWAZRR isn't even ahead out of Junland. He's actually basically tied with TWICELYTE to the 2nd.
Wow. I guess KWAZRR must have much faster loads than TWICELYTE.
Yeah.
Although actually I think maybe TWICELYTE started a little bit later, or KWAZRR started earlier.
Interesting. Yeah, coming up on Spaceport here for KWAZRR, Zota finishes this back half of Junland. I think we'll see room 1 from one of them, and then the other goes for the pre-cantina setup. We'll have to see what they do. KWAZRR presumably just going for the pre-cantina and not even attempting room 1.
KWAZRR is probably one of the first adopters of the new Bixel setup, so
Right.
not surprised to see that. TWICELYTE, I feel like last time didn't go for it last week, right? If I'm
Yeah,
remembering correctly.
yeah,
So let's see
actually,
if he's actually learned this new strat. Definitely not much reason not to. It saves so much time.
a lot of time, not very difficult either.
KWAZRR struggling to get free P on the corner. Go get it.
Yep, pretty nicely.
But, ooh, free Peel walks into the transition, unloads the room.
Well, TWICELYTE
Not
gets
the
it.
worst timeless.
Yeah. Well handled there from TWICELYTE as well.
Eyesight, like, he'll be saving some time though.
I do think so. Bixel coining the term free cantina for this in the chat. Very nice.
We can go with that.
I like it.
I'm happy to call it that. Much better than Room 1. I am biggest hater of Room 1 P3 glitch.
Yeah, it's so inconsistent. He just pulls his gun out all the time when trying to punch the C3PO.
I don't know if Sota will actually go for it. I don't
Let's
see
see.
why he wouldn't learn it, but it's, if he's even like had time to look at the level in his practice.
I think he does it. I was watching last night and I'm pretty sure he does it. KWAZRR messing around here, but it does get it there. TWICELYTE
I
should
say with
be.
a little bit of a different end room strat. Don't know if that's slower or faster, or probably the same. I don't know how much it matters in that room, unless you do like the really old strat where you hug the wall. So much time.
Usually it's after like 8 or so seconds. It does end up just going as long as you don't really mess up 3PO's movement with your camera. But yeah, I actually didn't even see the Zota out of 4-2 was he's now 2 minutes behind both of the other runners after being ahead out of episode 1, I believe. So unfortunate episode 2 and start episode 4 for him.
Surprisingly, TWICELYTE only saving 1 second. Isn't? I don't know if he had a slower speeder clip at the start.
Zota is going for the Bixel setup here. Doesn't get it. That's what you like to see for Zota. Calling some time here.
One needs to make sure these buttons go right. Ooh, gets the really fast movement on free PO, but manages to get everything in place before he hits it.
Yeah, very
That
nice.
was probably the fastest pre-cantina of the 3.
I agree. It's TWICELYTE and KWAZRR now. Only 1 second difference out of spaceport. As we go into Princess here, decent bit of variance, but should be mostly consistent as long as you don't get any aggro in the midsection. Just gotta kill all those troopers behind you at the bridge.
The lead is still eluding KWAZRR though. So sure he was ahead after Tatooine, but still need some catching up to do.
And KWAZRR does hit the Obi-Wan out of bounds there, the Princess out of bounds first try. As does TWICELYTE. Oh, TWICELYTE is past the transition here. Doing the backup. I did not see him miss that.
Oh, the way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of costly. I don't know what's going on here with the jumping. Wait.
Is he... Oh, he has to exit Cantina. Oh my gosh. Did he just soft lock?
I don't know actually. Didn't think that could happen there, but I'm not too familiar with going past it. Usually the mistake I'd make is just jumping too early. That's gonna be really bad for TWICELYTE.
Yeah,
It gives a chance for Zota, but KWAZRR is going to have a really comfortable lead now.
Oh, that's a shame.
Almost.
But KWAZRR's giving him some help here. He lost the helmet. Does he not know?
Yeah, it's only just clocked on. I guess he was trying to clear out the Stormtrooper before he carried on.
Yeah. So I mean, that's gonna help TWICELYTE out to try to like stay even here. But KWAZRR definitely gonna be saving time here because this is like a 2-minute time loss to re-watch this cutscene for
Yeah,
TWICELYTE.
that's a really bad mistake from TWICELYTE, and this has kind of been something I've noticed, at least in Ladder League last year, is TWICELYTE is usually pretty consistent on each individual level, but then he'll just make a big mistake like this, which costs him a minute or two even. So, didn't really want to see that happen, but it seems like it might just be another one of those stories.
Right. KWAZRR's ending up
Yeah.
here in the elevator, but TWICELYTE did hit it there finally, the princess out of bounds, so that's good for him. But Zota's like almost caught up, like he's only like 30 seconds behind TWICELYTE now because of that. So just considerable time loss for TWICELYTE. Wow, that's a huge swing. TWICELYTE was tied with KWAZRR. Now he's going to be probably 2 minutes behind him, or like a minute and a half. That's huge. Absolutely huge.
Big news. Wow, Zota actually hinged the ESB jump with 1 pipe remaining.
Yeah, very nice.
Can't even do that myself, so maybe a little bit of practice on that. Goes for the backup shot, gets it actually really quickly.
Yeah, that was nice. Very quick.
Looks like he didn't need to though, but definitely doesn't hurt to go for safe.
Yeah, KWAZRR got a 402 princess there. So that was pretty solid. But actually, let me double check my math. Oh, sorry, 414, I think. No, wait. Oh, 436, or 426, sorry. 426, never mind. I don't know what I'm saying.
So not the cleanest princess, but in comparison to TWICELYTE, you're gonna take that because
yeah.
Gained a massive lead from TWICELYTE's mistake.
And I'm seeing in the chat here that people are saying that you can actually recover that princess one out of bounds by missing it, but I guess TWICELYTE just didn't know, so he just opted to exit to Cantina. So I guess it's new info.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if the backup he was trying to go for even exists. I think that might just be like mixing it up with trash skip.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
think
KWAZRR,
his best option would have just been to call in player 2.
Right. Yeah, KWAZRR did hit trash perfectly almost, so he's doing well here to like maintain this lead, or actually even grow the lead.
He can kind of just relax now because he is in such a big lead that he doesn't need to worry about like making small mistakes as long as he just doesn't have a mistake is equal to TWICELYTE. He should be able to maintain this lead since they're both probably even in terms of like overall speed. It's not, considering like how it seemed with the video, TWICELYTE is only at 20, which definitely like can be recovered. Especially
definitely.
like KWAZRR, if KWAZRR starts building up big mistakes, match that.
Yeah. KWAZRR, yeah, only a minute and 25 ahead, actually. And then Zota still behind considerable amount to TWICELYTE, even after TWICELYTE missing the Room 1 princess out of bounds there. KWAZRR's got to make sure he's on the panel here. Should be fine for him. Yeah, okay. Is TWICELYTE gets trash here to start. Doesn't opt to shoot any of the guys.
Yeah, this is questionable. Let's see if he keeps his helmet. I would not be doing that. But it can work. Gets a little bit of luck.
Oh, he's kind of far
Yeah.
behind. Oh, he gets that.
Actually does keep his helmet. Like, have any problems after dropping out Han.
Right.
Zota also on trash skip. This is a pre-practiced level for Zota since he spent so much time on Chimkin box.
Right. Yeah, we should be
We
seeing a Chimkin
may
box.
actually see it. This is the one person I'd expect to actually go for it.
Yeah. Gets it actually really nicely on the trash skip too. Immediate hitting on the transition auto dodge. Okay.
Chewie explodes. Losing a little bit of time, but doesn't lose helmet, so no.
Right, coming up on it now.
Yeah.
Oh, where's Chewie at?
I think this might be. Yeah, we're gonna see it. Doesn't
Nope.
clip.
I think it was
And
just a
that's-
very early jump there from Zota.
Yeah, maybe. That isn't even
Oh.
the hardest part, so.
Yeah.
But it also means he doesn't lose his helmet, which probably would have happened if he did clip out and just fell to his death, so.
Oh wow, looking in the chat, KWAZRR just said he got a 7-second DSC gold, but Zota just missed Ripmore. But yeah, wow, that's crazy. Huge from KWAZRR.
Apparently we missed something big.
I think he's just talking about the DSC gold, because that was clean. I just didn't realize how clean it was, I guess. That was really nice.
I was encapsulated by Zota's gameplay. I think we missed something.
This is an interesting way of getting the helmet for Zota. Didn't put Chewie on the left, he just brought him over. Oh, Zota. I guess how he kept the helmet, that was pretty good. Either way, TWICELYTE into the end room here of DSC, lining up on the line. And yeah, TWICELYTE not doing bad there. He got a 4-7, so not bad on DSC. Either. What
I guess
was
it
that?
was a little bit sketchy. Zota jumping past the troopers with the helmet, but
Yeah.
I'd say there's a decent chance to not lose the helmet, which we saw, but definitely.
Ooh.
The tube.
Let's go.
Wow.
Doesn't mean
I
anything, but
don't
it was...
really know if that benefits him at all, but
Why does he even have 2 players called in here?
yeah, that's actually a good point. Maybe it's some kind of camera angle manipulation.
Oh, just missing both on the entrance
Just
here.
gonna wait for iframes. Is this even the right place to
Yeah,
jump
is he
from?
on the right line? What's happening? I think he's one
I think he's
too high.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Okay.
There we go. He works out eventually.
Cinema. This KWAZRR is like halfway
Ways
done
well.
with
Yeah,
Rebel
he's just
Attack.
kind of enjoying life right now. The weight off his shoulder. No big mistakes so far. This Rebel Attack.
Oh, he's already into the mid cutscene. TWICELYTE's entering the level, Zota's ending DSC, and KWAZRR is considerably ahead. But that was, yeah, okay. Interesting DSC from Zota there. What did that end up being, actually? 43. Oh, that was pretty slow, I believe. I can't do the math in my head, sorry. But yeah, KWAZRR in the trenches here as TWICELYTE starts up Rebel Attack. KWAZRR just commanding lead now. He should just play it safe and should be good to end this back half. Like, no, like, horror disasters, and it's looking really good for him now.
Yeah, a relatively clean episode 4. Seems like the early nerves are wearing off.
Definitely.
Kind of recovering his mental after a slow episode 1, but
Yeah, and that
also
DSC
helps
gold
that
has to be.
TWICELYTE had his major mistake.
Definitely. Yeah, KWAZRR, nice. Ends up rebel attack there. TWICELYTE going for the room 3 out of bounds. Looks good, yeah, gets it. Yeah, KWAZRR really cooked that episode 4 after his beginning was not very good for his standard, and now just how ahead is he, I wonder? We'll have to see.
And in terms of leapfrog, he has a lot of headroom on his
Yeah, he
feet
really does.
right now.
He has a lot of potential.
And I think if you had asked the community, I think a lot of people would predict leapfrog to happen from this run.
100%. Yeah, KWAZRR really nice 4 there. 111.55 exit.
Also not having the fastest rebel attack, looks like he double targeted.
Yeah, did he
Have to
blank that
go for
last?
extra.
Yeah.
When the power up ends just as the explosion happens. He's going for the
Whoa.
fast setup. Doesn't pay off.
That was like a hybrid fast setup. It's like he did the fast setup and then he went all the way to the left. What is this normal?
It seems like he's going for it, but he's not really committing. So
This is interesting by Zota.
may also just be his GameCube analog stick in the angles.
This is I
Yeah,
feel like if
he's gonna have to give up on this eventually if this is just gonna be the same thing over and over.
does get it there.
Finally gets it, but not really time loss you want to see from him.
No. But yeah, TWICELYTE actually, how much is that? That's a minute and 28 behind? Is that what I'm saying? Yeah, a minute 28 behind now on KWAZRR out of episode 4. Zota probably going to be another 2 minutes behind him, roughly, or a little like minute 30. So KWAZRR firmly in the lead here. He actually, if he loses 6 minutes, then he wouldn't leapfrog, but that's a lot of time. Like, he shouldn't ever lose like 6 minutes in this back half. So leapfrog potential is very strong from KWAZRR here, like you were saying.
What is it? 5-6 minutes?
Yeah.
6 minutes.
Like 5:54, he would have to lose to not leapfrog, which is possible. Like, there's a hard levels in episode 6 and episode 5, but seems pretty good for him.
I'd say KWAZRR is pretty good at the second half.
I agree.
Definitely not an early game warrior.
Yeah, KWAZRR into Jabba's now as TWICELYTE and Zota ending out Rebel attack cutscenes. Oh, sorry, TWICELYTE in the Jabba's intro. Yeah, KWAZRR. This is the biggest problem with Jabba's. You can lose your time if you lose the Bounty Hunter helmet here, but playing it safe, force him with Luke. Should be fine there, yeah. And looking standard so far. What did that end up being for Zota? 1:15.18. So yeah, roughly a minute 45 behind TWICELYTE, who's roughly a minute 45 behind KWAZRR. So big gaps here between the runners.
Yeah, not quite Sandstone. Interesting. Sending Luke to
Yeah.
destroy the gate. Never seen that before. But I think he blew himself up. So just a way to back up. I don't know if we'll see a Spiderfall from anyone here. Maybe Zota's been practicing it. I could see it from him.
Maybe. If anyone was going to do it. But yeah, KWAZRR nice on the droid avoid there. Gets it like second try, third try on the force. And we'll see what type of spiderless he goes for here. If he does the new setup with the Katsu did, or if he opts for the old setup.
Looks like he's going for it. This seems a little bit far left, but actually,
No?
never mind.
Yeah, just
Does in fact work.
yeah, I thought it would be too far left, but no, just perfect. Oh wow,
Still
almost.
not too familiar with the visual cue.
Right.
I say with the helmet on Chewie.
Very
With
nice.
an alternative strat, but
Yeah, KWAZRR really clean Jabba's there.
yeah, and ever since TWICELYTE failed on Princess, he's just been coasting along clean levels all throughout.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know how good KWAZRR's gold here is, but this was a pretty good Jabba's. So it'd be interesting to see if he actually golded this level. Let's see.
He's 26 now.
His gold is
TWICELYTE clean droid avoid.
very clean.
Dota just now starting the level.
Yeah. Gets the pop up there on the staircase at the beginning of
So
Jabba's.
1 second loss to his gold. KWAZRR.
Wow. Pretty good. 612, I think that is. It's TWICELYTE. Interesting. He's going for like the old setup, but with the gun, no gun. On spiderless.
Looks very far right.
Yeah.
Okay,
gets it.
gets it.
Oh, did he fall down?
Oh, okay. It looked like he clipped into the little box, but it's away with it.
Oof, it's really high there. Yeah, I was gonna say, oh my god.
Shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna fall down out of bounds there. But gets it.
The bigger risk that would just be walking into the room. I've done that before.
Right. Yeah, pretty good from TWICELYTE besides missing Spiralist twice. You got everything else pretty nicely.
KWAZRR's just kind of locking it down right now.
Yeah. I mean, 1 second off gold on job is like, that's, can ask for much better. Yeah, I mean, if TWICELYTE can remain consistent here, and if he gets some help from KWAZRR, he could still take a lead back. It's going to be a little tough.
With the way KWAZRR's playing right now, the lead is only growing.
Definitely.
First try droid avoid.
Oh.
It lines up and cleanly.
Yeah, KWAZRR did miss the skiff jump. That's the second time actually he's missed skiff jump. So hopefully he hits it here. Yeah, gets it on the third try. Not usually the trick that causes time in Carcoon.
Known to happen once in a while.
Definitely.
100 strats here. Gets him down to 1 heart. That's pretty much ideal.
Yeah, very good. And Zota's on spiderless now with the gun strat on the spiderless. Found it a little. I think he's a little too far left on all these.
He might be too far right. It seems like he's in the spot where the Katsu setup's gonna work. Looking at the line on the left. Yeah, I think these are all too far right if the Katsu setup applies. This one might work.
No.
KWAZRR in the meantime failing helpless.
Yeah. That one looks good. Yeah, okay, nice. From KWAZRR. But yeah, Zota, this is probably his 9th attempt on spiderless.
Yeah, this is not okay. We're eventually getting it, but that was probably a minute time loss. If I had to guess, that was a long time spent on spiderless.
Definitely. This Quasar second try topless, I believe, had the good fight, so this is not a bad Carcoon so far. Oh, he just leaves everyone alive in this room. As he's going for the slash, the jump slam here. And look, with these characters, it looks like he'll be going for Pixel Disco, which is pretty standard nowadays. TWICELYTE got the boss fight cutscene there. Got the skip on Boba. And yeah, KWAZRR gets Pixel Disco. That looked pretty fast. Oh, careful. Ooh. I think he dropped out. He'll have to go to the control setup in Carcoon. But pretty good there on Pixel Disco. TWICELYTE.
Not the worst thing to happen, but
Yeah. Yeah, does he know? Yeah, he does know. Okay, good. And then TWICELYTE in midsection of Carcoon here. KWAZRR on the platform. Looking fine. TWICELYTE, I believe that was first try topless, so nice from him. He's clawing back some time here in this Carcoon.
I don't know if TWICELYTE does Pixel Disco.
I think he actually does the original. So we'll see
Yeah,
if that...
it's a new strat since he's come back, so I don't know if he ever took the time to learn it. He's eventually finishing up the top room.
Yeah, he actually took 2 deaths there, which is pretty unlucky on the turnstile.
He had four spawns there, which is kind of rare.
Definitely. Yeah, here we go. Luke is going into the speaker here.
Classic setup. Will it work?
No,
No, it doesn't.
he didn't look far enough in the speaker that time.
Gambling
I've
does
limited
not prevail.
experience. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah, second try.
Pretty good.
That pretty much loses the time he saved from getting topless first try, so probably
Yeah.
breaking even, depending on the send platform. Once again, not saving time on KWAZRR, which
No.
is what he should really looking to do.
Yeah, as KWAZRR actually got a 518 Carcoon there. So pretty good. And then Zota's entering Carcoon.
Oh,
Ooh.
TWICELYTE doing like OG strats
Whoa.
here.
Yeah,
I
he
haven't
just
seen this
has
for a while.
3 PO.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
vintage gameplay from TWICELYTE. I honestly don't hate it because I'd say it's a lot easier than the 2-player strats. But
Yeah.
definitely lose some time if it's perform the 2-player strats well. But I think he actually saved time because KWAZRR was getting shot a lot on the box with Chewie, so
Definitely.
potentially time save there.
Not bad. KWAZRR's into speeder clip here. Or speeder skip. Should be perfect there, yeah. Actually gets the fast
Great hype
transition
for
hit.
that.
Yeah, very nice. All right, let's see if oh, actually, yeah, that's a 507 from TWICELYTE. It's actually saved like 11 seconds on KWAZRR in Carcoon. Pretty nice. Meanwhile, Zota did fail topless 1 time. That looks good though. Ooh, no. Okay, 3rd try. Topless from Zota. KWAZRR's in speeder right now, just doing the normal strats, pulling the lever. Good time. Zota should be, yeah, doesn't take a death there. Nice. See how this pixel disco, or just what type of disco he goes for, does Zota. I think it's pixel.
Backflip jump here from Zota.
I like the side flip when you go. No, that works though. Oh wow, Zota actually going for OG as well. With Chewbacca? Okay, no.
slightly different setup also fails first try.
Yeah, hoping for second try here for Zota, so he can stay close to TWICELYTE, relatively. Oh, very good.
In hindsight, with Pixel Disco being found, like seeing these different setups, I'm like, is there even a difference between any of these? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
it seems so like silly now that we have an actual setup for it.
yeah, I don't know why you would ever go for it if you have Pixel, but
TWICELYTE
yeah,
having a lot of trouble getting this skip.
yeah, this
Just
is.
isn't getting like much height on the backflip. I don't know if he's getting the backflip or not.
Oh, there it is.
Might just be the timing of his dropouts giving him bad height, but
I think
I
you're
think
right.
that's what, third or fourth try now.
Yeah, that was pretty slow from TWICELYTE. I think he was going early as well. Like he wasn't even getting the backflips. Like he wasn't turned out far enough. He was just like going away from the wall. So not what you want to see for TWICELYTE.
And KWAZRR with a, what, 259?
Yeah, really solid there. Sub 3 speeder. Zota's done with the Carcoon. TWICELYTE in the middle of speeder here, just pulling levers. And KWAZRR in indoor. So KWAZRR just pretty commanding lead here. We'll have to see what TWICELYTE's speeder exit is, but should still be ahead by like a minute and a half at least. Definitely. Because out of Carcoon, he was, yeah, more than a minute and a half ahead. So just really stable here from KWAZRR. Playing it safe. And still playing well.
Might be close to a 2-minute gap after slow meltdown on Peter skip, so.
Yeah, let's see actually.
Yeah, and it is now.
It's like a minute 51, yeah. 2 minutes almost between TWICELYTE and KWAZRR.
KWAZRR here on Endor.
Yeah,
I believe
missing
we're gonna
the.
see 12-button skip from him. I don't know if TWICELYTE does it, so potential for a bigger lead.
Yeah,
KWAZRR
could
gets a
even.
clean 12-button skip.
See. KWAZRR did struggle a little bit there on pushing the whatever that is, the block, the mini peg there. So it did lose like 15 to that. But oh, it's switching to 3-piece C3PO, so maybe not going for 12-button skip.
Ooh, wait. Interesting choice.
Yeah, just I guess since he's so far ahead, he's like, I'm not gonna melt down on 12-button skip. Just opting for the normal strat. Oh, okay. People are saying he just doesn't do 12-button. So, just going to be doing his normal stuff here. From him on the speeder clip, so good for him. Saving some time. Okay, yeah. So, okay, KWAZRR just doesn't do 12-button.
We may actually see Zota being the only one doing it.
Possible. Oh wow, look at those troopers. That's a lot.
I wonder if since Zota's so far behind, he might pull out the, I don't remember what it's called, the pull
PGA?
something. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that'd be vintage Zota. I'd love to see it. Might as
I
well at
remember
this
he
point.
did that last ladder league and spent a good amount of time trying to hit the transition.
I'm down. This
A
KWAZRR
little
just
bit of a weird end platform.
yeah. Does look. He didn't get the slash there on Luke, but KWAZRR is coming up on Better Call Paul. Not panning the camera at all. I guess that's normal. And
Yeah, I learned recently that camera pan is kind of not necessary and can just screw you over sometimes.
Gotcha. Interesting.
It's like not changing his ways, he will just be playing this room standard.
Yep. Second try hill roll from him, I believe. KWAZRR on both buttons. Success.
Easier said than done.
Yeah. Worst buttons in the game. Besides maybe echo based buttons. Yeah, KWAZRR looking good at the start of this bunker though.
Camera pan skip coming up. One of the easier ones on the bunker.
Very
We'll be
good.
getting it.
Yeah. Pretty decent first half of this bunker for KWAZRR, and TWICELYTE just now finishing up the buttons. See if he can get this third. Well, actually, the third camera pan skip is basically free. Yeah, okay. Does actually have to switch. Oh, he has player 1 on R2. Interesting. Okay, he does switch there.
That was strange camera management, but
Yeah.
doesn't lose any time.
Yeah, it looked.
We'll see if he goes to this final one, which is by far the
Ooh.
hardest. He's setting himself up for it.
Ah.
Just missed it.
I think he missed the swaps from with C3PO, so he's just like a second late, so it was too hard.
Yeah, kind of have to standardize everything before that point to actually make it work.
Exactly. Oh, getting shot on Chewie here, but it should be fine, yeah. That was pretty good. Nice bunker from KWAZRR. Some small things, but... And then TWICELYTE is entering the bunker.
Yeah, from what I've seen, TWICELYTE also having a relatively clean endo so far. No major problems with 12 buns. See how his bunker goes.
Yeah, and let me actually take a look at KWAZRR there. What is that? 30, 28? Oh, so you got a 630 Endor there. So not too bad for no 12 button skip. That's actually pretty solid. Yeah, 1 second gold. Yeah, fairly good. Did I say that? Was I right on the math? Oh wait, no. Is that a 636? 645. Okay, I don't know what I'm saying. I should stop trying to do math.
645 is
Yeah, okay, my fault.
It's pretty good for a 630 without
Yeah, I
12
don't know
on
why.
skip would be an excellent time.
Yeah, I don't know what I was saying.
645 also pretty decent. About 12
Very.
on skip.
KWAZRR performing when the lights are brightest.
That's the right character management from Zota. Oh, he's just doing second gate skip. Okay. Yeah.
I actually kind of like that. If he gets a first try or a second try. Okay, nice.
Yeah, okay, you know what? I actually don't hate that.
Yeah,
KWAZRR
KWAZRR
save
actually.
a little bit of time with that.
Definitely. Ooh, KWAZRR. Struggling a little bit here on the Emperor, but shit. Ooh. Yeah, it should be fine after like 12 safety slot. Oh,
Ooh.
he's giving him a run for his money, the Emperor is.
Yeah. I think there might have been an issue with the slash spacing that was giving him like no time to push him, but
Right.
does eventually recover it. A little bit
Yeah.
sketchy though.
Only about 12 safety slashes, but it's good to be safe.
Ideally you'd want 2 or less, but
Yeah.
as long as you don't completely mess up and reset the skip. No big deal.
Right.
What's his turn? During the bunker.
Yeah, let's see how he does here.
Didn't go for PGA.
Yeah. Shame. Pretty good first 2 buttons here for him. First 3 buttons, sorry. Is Zota in the bunker while KWAZRR starts into the Death Star cutscene.
I actually had a best Jedi Destiny. split time.
Oh wow.
That exit or just the individual split?
Not sure. But yeah, Zota into the second half of the bunker here. See if he gets this third camera pan skip. Oh, pause a little
this
early there.
Might be, yeah, that's
Yeah.
gonna miss the camera pan skip, but
Yeah, TWICELYTE here on the Emperor now. Ooh.
having a little bit of resistance here on. Eventually
Yeah.
get it though.
Definitely saving some time there to KWAZRR. Oh, Zota fell off with Han actually there. Is that? Yeah, okay. Could still get
Not
this
as
camera
bad
pan.
as falling off with 3PO, but
Right.
minor tunnels.
Because I didn't see
KWAZRR
actually this.
not having great RNG here on this room one. Had to wait a little bit for torpedoes. Does get 2 immediately for the final Star Destroyer though.
Not bad, yeah. Right, Zota ends off Endor. And let's see here, out of Destiny, KWAZRR is, yeah, still like a minute 40 something ahead. So just maintaining the lead, playing pretty well here. So very nice. But yeah, so I guess the prediction in the chat is who has the fastest Destiny. And TWICELYTE's was like 13 seconds faster or more. Let me see actually. As KWAZRR is into the Death Star.
Potential for Zota to win the prediction.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be a big win. Really, the only problem with into the Death Star is the targeting and like mishaps in the core by like getting zapped. But usually it should be pretty standard on the inside once you get through the RNG of the first room.
Ooh, KWAZRR. We're going to get these. Yeah.
Oh, well.
I think I have seen KWAZRR have problems with the torpedoes on this level, so hopefully nothing too disastrous on these next 2 targets.
All right, TWICELYTE pretty
Ooh,
dry here.
This might be a blank on the left one. Okay, he just gets it. I'm not really sure how he got away with that, considering what player 1 was doing, but I'm gonna be relieved about that.
Definitely. Oh, Zota, no! He backslashes with Vader on... What was that? Definitely not going to be the fastest Destiny from him now.
Looks like TWICELYTE winning that prediction. KWAZRR not having the cleanest core right now.
Definitely
Managed
not.
to miss a few of the lasers. Ooh, he has to... Okay, it's good that he at least recognized that he blanked, because...
Yeah, didn't shoot the
could have
core.
been a massive disaster if he missed IT.
That would have put TWICELYTE right back into it if KWAZRR missed IT, but no. Good recognition. Is that a word? I don't know. From KWAZRR to just realize he blanked there and go back and get IT and wait for the torpedo from the core.
Recognition? That work?
Did I say I said IT, right? Like if he would have missed IT? I think so.
I think so. I don't think anything you said sense.
Okay, good.
TWICELYTE coming up on the 4 targets. Ace them. Actually turns back. I don't think that's really necessary, but
Yeah. Usually I just
no
like
blanks there.
entering the room, I just go really slow when targeting. Like I just literally like stop holding forward on the ships.
Okay, that's the easiest way to do it. He's got good hard counts. He's actually got tractor beam. Oh wait, tractor beam carrying this one guy. The interesting setup. Looks like it's gonna work though.
Yeah, looks good. Yeah, KWAZRR 141.33 exit there on into the Death Star. So what was that from him? 546? I think that's right.
TWICELYTE doing a little bit of a safer core room compared to TWICELYTE, but it does end up paying off. It doesn't miss any targets and doesn't blank.
Right. Ooh, Zota did blank there on the one ship. Also, TWICELYTE opting to play the auto-scroller in one player, which I don't think it changes anything, but
Just one extra dropout, really.
yeah.
Saves your hands. I find, yeah, pretty annoying in this room.
Agreed. Yeah, Zota being gifted many torpedoes here right now, so probably gonna have the fastest room one, at least.
Actually
So a little
skips
bit
that
of
one because you didn't even need it.
yeah. Do you realize
Oh,
he didn't shoot?
Yeah, I think he must have either blanked or just like. Fine.
Oh, and missing the power up. It's okay.
Too big of a deal missing that.
Oh.
You kind of have to avoid, yeah, explosion on player 2 either way.
Yeah. We'll see how Zota finishes out this core. Is KWAZRR is actually in Coruscant, doing 2-player strats. I think he does nerd out this level, so it should be pretty fast from him.
If I remember correctly, I think the optimal strat is player 1 in front.
Oh.
I'm not sure how big of a difference that makes, if any. It definitely saves like a few seconds just by having players dropped in and just doing generally the right line skiing the corner boosts, like the one coming up right here.
Is Zota pretty good targeting in the core? I like that flip actually from Zota. It would take a minute. Oh, actually, TWICELYTE looks to have recovered some time here. He's only 1:30 behind now. He was 1:45 now. He's saved like 15 now, so pretty good from him in that episode 6 to KWAZRR. Oh no.
That's a bad death because now he has to grab an extra torpedo to destroy the core.
Yeah.
And if he blanks on the IT door, that's 2 torpedoes. Blanks twice. Well,
Yeah.
let's hope that doesn't happen.
Oh wow, he
Oh,
even...
this is a.
Okay.
Oh, that. Okay, that was like a
Yeah.
high chance of blanking. But it's
He just said YOLO at that point. Oh no.
Well,
Oh. He gets more, but... Is he getting it? Okay.
Okay.
Immediate target.
Honestly, getting kind of lucky with those spawns. Sometimes those can take really long to appear, but it's
Definitely.
too quickly, so not the biggest time loss in the world.
Yeah. And
I say
KWAZRR.
also with the 2-player strats.
I like it. I feel like people should just do it. Like, even though there's like a higher chance of dying, like you save like 10 seconds almost, like 5
Not
seconds.
quite. I think optimally it saves 5,
Okay.
but that's also if you the lines that the corner boost and stuff. I think if you just drop in player 2 without like learning anything else, it's not really worth doing. But
Okay.
it's also not the worst thing in the world to learn.
It looks like both of them got VSB. Or sorry. TWICELYTE not yet at VSB, but KWAZRR got VSB. Yeah, we'll see KWAZRR going into Chancellor, and TWICELYTE will finish up this Coruscant.
Missing VSP is kind of just one of those things. Like, I don't even know how you would play Hoff
I
without
mean,
it.
yeah.
It's not really something you'd ever need to think about, but at the same time, like, if that situation did somehow occur, what would you even do on that level? It
I
would just
guess you
take
just,
so long.
yeah, it's so long. Like you just fly around the arena shooting with 2 players.
I guess the
Or
question I'd have is it worse or better than missing IT?
I think it's probably a little bit better. IT takes forever. Or sorry, Falcon Flight takes forever with no IT. Like you have to like find
KWAZRR,
torpedoes everywhere.
let's think Chancellor. This is probably the hardest level in episode 3, I'd say. You've got KBS annoying droids and the drop-in warp in the elevator.
Hmm. Yeah, he didn't opt for GDS there, so I guess
Yeah, I'd be surprised to see anyone in this run go for it since it is just a frame perfect one try thing that if you play it slow, it just loses time, you know? It's not an easy strat to learn.
yeah, you really have to get good at pause buffering quickly. Not going for MVE either, so playing it safe. But he should be going for CSJ. Zota is in Coruscant here. And TWICELYTE's entering Chancellor. So yeah, TWICELYTE's out of Coruscant. Actually, okay, yeah, basically he lost a little time actually. 133.
KWAZRR left side CSJ doing the slow walk strat.
Well done.
I think we did see him have a problem with this strat last week, if I remember correctly, but this time, first try, very clean.
Yeah, nailed it. Must have labbed it since then. Very nice. Oh,
Oh, actually dies to the wall.
yeah, that's fine.
Huge time loss. He actually gets the drop in warp.
Oh,
I guess that's
yeah.
gonna avoid a hard lock, but
Yeah,
I find it really sketchy to pause that late.
yeah, very late on the call. That gets
But,
the. Oh, he actually goes for both of these
Zota's
jumps.
nasty.
Yeah, very good.
I think the first jump doesn't actually save any time because just have player 2 drops in and
Mhm. TWICELYTE coming up here. Did not do MVE. Didn't do GDS either, from what I saw. So similar to KWAZRR. Actually, on top of here. Okay.
then swap to Anakin. I wouldn't really do that because it saves a lot of time having Anakin droids.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You can
now he
already
has
kind of
to
seeing
kill
it.
all of these droids with one player.
Yeah. Did he get all of them there? I guess so. Oh no, he didn't. Yeah. Going for CSJ here though. Do you normally buffer on the left side setup?
No. This is
Is this?
kind of strange. I don't know if it even.
Is that? Yeah, he'll just have to climb here. Looks awkward
Yeah,
though.
that's kind of sketchy.
He looks like he's
Because
just.
the main thing with the pause buffer is like you go for it right side without the slow walk. Like for me, I don't go for the pause like the slow walk because I have to just stick my dead zone on like maximum. I can't even slow walk my controller. But for you're going left side and doing pause buffer, that's just gonna be slower and harder.
Doesn't even opt for the drop and warp here, so The KWAZRR is going for Grievous here. Oh, resets the fight! Jump back too early. But knows the quick backup to get Grievous back on the platform.
How many hearts was he down at that point? I didn't see it.
He was down 2. I guess he
Okay,
jumped back
so
on the
not
plat as he got
too
the
late.
second. Yeah. Pretty decent Grievous for... Oh.
Oh no, okay. That's really lucky that that shot didn't hit because that would have actually reset again.
Oh my goodness. Alright, 132 for him on Grievous. Zota's into Chancellor here. Not bad from KWAZRR, but definitely bleeding some time. But seeing as he's 2 levels ahead because Grievous is so short, I mean, he's not going to be too upset about that. He
Yeah,
backed
and
it up
also
pretty well.
twice I lost a lot of time on Chancellor compared to quizzes, so.
Right.
Gaining that lead all the same. Filter. Now, getting up to Dooku fight. There's the droids.
I believe Zota does
Let's
not
see
go for
quickly.
CSJ, so he will be going for cycle skips.
Ooh. Classic.
See if he nails those down.
I feel like CSJ is one of these strats where less people, or like more people go for it than like I'd say it's worth. Mainly just because of how annoying the Dooku fight is already. Like for me, it was just like, I'm just learning CSJ because I hate the Dooku fight.
Yeah, there's a lot of variants in the Dooku fight. It's like, even getting the cycle skips consistent is not very easy.
But in terms of like risk reward, I don't think CSJ is like the most like obvious strat to learn.
No.
It's
Yeah,
like
twice.
now, Groove
Yeah.
is 1 cycle.
Changes up his Cody positioning here. Mattered.
He
Gave
isn't
him that 3
using
cycle.
the new setup that supposedly makes the level more consistent.
Yeah, allegedly. Pretty good from him, though. I think that was a 1, then a 3, a 3, a 3, so not too bad. But yeah, Zota in the cycle skips right now, he actually looked pretty good. I think he got both of them.
Missed. Well,
Oh, did he?
I just saw him miss the second one, and I think he missed the first one as well. And
Okay.
looks like missing the third one, and
What's
on
going on?
it looks like player 1 was auto dropping out because he was jumping up past the camera.
Ah.
So that's this is why I learned CSJ right here. Delta might be thinking the same thing after that little experience.
Yeah. TWICELYTE in Kashyyyk now. What was his Grievous time? 114? Yeah, so actually saved 18 seconds there to KWAZRR on Grievous.
Yeah, that's a pretty good groove cheese, considering he had like relatively like cycles, mostly 2 up damage.
Right. His Zota's actually just up against the wall here. I guess he did not do the drop and warp. All right. Looks pretty good from KWAZRR so far. I haven't seen any real big mistakes on this Kashyyyk. Most of it is just like going through the level, like 2-player. You have to have really good 1P2C. Skill check. Yeah, TWICELYTE in the first room, just doing the slash killing troopers here.
A bit of an
Yeah.
annoying section.
Yeah.
Oh, big deaths.
Oh, KWAZRR killing Yoda there. Does not like that guy.
Finds it more enjoyable to just eat him to death rather than move Chewie away.
Yeah.
Fair enough, you know. When you spend hours trying to wrestle with the weird Yoda movement in this game, sometimes you just have to lash out, I guess, just like relieve that frustration.
I mean, he can afford to. I mean, he's still like a minute and 30 ahead in this episode 3. No major disasters, just playing really consistent. So might as well eat that time loss.
Episode 3 is kind of nice at this point in the run because it is just like you just finished the stress of 4 and 6, and then you just get like a little bit of a breather before episode 5.
Exactly.
Like if it was just like 4, 5, and 6 just back to back, I feel like this run would have like the most stressful second half in the world.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, KWAZRR's actually... Is he going... Oh, he's not going for red staircase jump. Actually...
He actually ends up getting shot.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the main reason not to go for the jump, is just because like you just force the thing, have like no problems, but
Yeah.
actually
Right.
does end up losing time in a way that I don't think is very common.
No.
So it's a ungrieved cheese.
Yeah, actually it opts to put Cody on the left here. People just
Yeah,
put
this
Cody
is
wherever
kind
they
of a
want.
classic, very like old school setup. Not the best cycles, but
No.
no 0 cycles is a plus.
Yeah, that was a little dangerous. But it actually does do fine there. His KWAZRR's on library. Nice. Looks well practiced from him.
Hashtag solved.
Yeah. I mean, that trick, the only way you can really miss that trick is if you call in too late, I feel like. As long as you know the setup for everything.
Yeah. From everything I've learned, like there's been so many like KWAZRR actually just like not skipping the
Oh.
but
KWAZRR must have been typing in Twitch chat there, didn't want to skip ahead.
yeah, library skip, there was many superstitions around it, but I think pretty much the only 3 things that matter is being up against the wall with both players, panning up right, and calling in at the right point during the jump. I think those are the only 3 things that actually matter. The stuff about like this person has to walk through this line, and if Yoda is in front of Obi-Wan, say goodbye to your chances of doing the skip. Like everything there is just like nonsense.
Yeah. Also, KWAZRR not getting the drop and warp, and also dying twice now on Darth Vader. So
yeah, did he get a redrop and I missed that?
It looked like he just called in player 2 early, but does...
What is this camera angle?
Yeah,
Okay.
very strange. TWICELYTE going for library. Gets it first try. All right. Yeah, KWAZRR, that was probably like 20 seconds of time loss, so... I mean, that's something. I mean, he still is 1 minute and 31 seconds ahead of TWICELYTE, but... I mean, these small things, I mean, episode 5... Big chance to lose time. Yeah, Zota in the middle of Kashyyyk as KWAZRR and TWICELYTE are in Vader. And KWAZRR still, his BPT is 2:28:20, so he would have to lose 4 minutes in episode 5 to not leapfrog. So it looks almost assured that he's actually going to leapfrog Charzite. You never know.
Without a major disaster. And I'd say like Right now it's a what 1 minute 30 difference.
Mhm.
KWAZRR and TWICELYTE. I
Right.
think that is in the realm of possibility for TWICELYTE to come back.
Mhm.
Like
It's still
that's an amount of time that can be choked in episode 5 for sure.
oh, absolutely. CCT investment. Even echo base or having a bad boulder, like you can just lose time for no reason in episode 5. Yeah, Zota finishing up Kashyyyk here. It's funny, Kashyyyk is like a decently long level, and it's just like, you never really think about how long it is because you just have to go.
Trouble
Dribbling
with
here.
this jump.
Where's he going? Did he
I
think,
think he's
oh, he thought, oh,
because
Chewie did
Chewie is.
fall.
Yeah. I didn't even clock onto that, but good thing he noticed because that would have been pretty big time loss if he realized too late.
Yeah, that's why I always kill that trooper there, because I don't want that to ever happen.
I guess he did just drop down the aggro.
Mhm.
TWICELYTE seems to have a pretty clean Vader here.
Yeah,
Probably saving some time actually. Yeah,
for
now it's
sure.
only a minute gap. That's actually pretty dangerous for KWAZRR now. Like, he can't just sit idle and just coast along.
Definitely.
He has to focus on actually maintaining his lead because 1 minute could just go away really easily in this episode.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so KWAZRR bleeding like 30 seconds in that Vader because of missing the drop and warp, and then also just not hitting the movement there in the first room, the jumps. See how this Hoth goes for both of them. That could be a good tone setter for what we see in episode 5, because the race is not over. Like, TWICELYTE and KWAZRR are like, wait, is TWICELYTE's game okay?
I think it might do this when he resets.
Okay. Yeah, we're fine. It was just a stream, I believe.
A crash at this point would be kind of a bummer, but
Yeah. It also looks like there was some debate in chat about who, or on if KWAZRR actually reset properly, but it looks like he did at the end of 3.
yeah, I can't remember exactly how you tell, but
I think there's the completion percentage, but it should be fine. Zota actually did hit the red staircase jump there perfectly. Just want to shout that out.
yeah.
I think the worst time loss in Hoth that you can have is like this room if you like somehow screw up the bomb, but it's like almost impossible.
Yeah, missing gate skips. The bulk of this level is just the cycles at the end and how quickly you can clean up and then rep the 8080s.
Actually perfect on the barrier skip there. Didn't take time to set up the one player and just went for it and got it perfectly.
KWAZRR did not scroll up for EVB, so might not actually be going for GTF, and I'm not
Right.
sure if TWICELYTE goes for it. Let me...
I think he does. But also Zota did hit library skip first try there, so nice from him.
TWICELYTE has a 520. Yeah, no GTF from KWAZRR actually.
So TWICELYTE.
Oh wait, no, TWICELYTE has a 501. I'm looking at the wrong person. So TWICELYTE, he goes for GTF and the distance is small enough. He could win just based on the fact that KWAZRR doesn't go for GTF.
Yeah. Also KWAZRR pretty
But
nice wave 1, but pretty slow wave 2 here, I believe. On Hoth so far. TWICELYTE coming up this first barrier skip. Gets it, yeah, nice. I didn't realize people go from the left rock there. I thought you have to go from the middle rock, but I guess it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, I think like anywhere between those two rocks has this like giant elevated hitbox that you can backflip from.
Yeah. Also, KWAZRR getting the double spawn here. Wrapping pretty well there, but needs to grab these bombs.
Yeah, and I think he went for the double wrap, but I'm not sure it's gonna help him that much since he still has to get each bomb one by one.
Right. Yeah, little awkward place for them. They're like perfectly in between the bomb dispensers where you have to drag the camera. And TWICELYTE on the first wave, he passed the guy.
Yeah, that's always the worst thing when VSB just misses one guy that you go past.
Yeah. And KWAZRR on the last wave here. Looks pretty decent from KWAZRR there. TWICELYTE also finishing up the second wave. Zota has just been Invader. I didn't see how his drop and warp went, but I'm assuming it went okay. Maybe he just doesn't even go for it, actually. I think I remember that.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say without some kind of divine intervention crashing both TWICELYTE and KWAZRR's game in them like 5 minutes, it's pretty much out of the question for Zota to win this.
Yeah. His PB is at 235, right?
TWICELYTE.
Zota?
Yeah, so
yeah, so
PB
probably can't be.
seems unlikely as well, but I don't believe he's got 3x since actually coming back to the game, so could at least get that as some kind of
consolation.
Reward.
Yeah,
that's the word I'm looking for.
Oh, apparently Anakin won the fight for Zota.
It's rigged. Obi-Wan wins.
Yeah.
Bad game.
That's a good cutscene. He just picks up the lightsaber and just beats him anyway.
Imagine being a kid winning that fight against whoever you're playing with, and you still lose in the cutscene.
Actually tragic.
That controller is going through a window.
Definitely. Most definitely. Yeah, KWAZRR in Echo base should be attempting boom skip here. But also, let me check once TWICELYTE's time pops up how these Hoths went. Oh, actually, yeah, 6:14 from KWAZRR, 6:15 from TWICELYTE, so no time saved in episode 5 so far.
Kind of funny. You've put in the notes, does boom skip for TWICELYTE and KWAZRR, and then for Zota you've given attempts boom skip.
Okay.
It's an interesting, so we'll see how it goes for him when he reaches this.
Oh, KWAZRR.
It's the first cycle. It is, I think, technically faster to get it on the second attempt, but it's only like 2 seconds, so opts not to try and go for it again.
I like it. He wasn't feeling good about the lineup there, so.
It's a little bit safe, because if he does end up missing it again, that's just another 10 seconds down the drain, which would end up losing time to just not doing it.
Yeah, wants to maintain his lead here, but that leaves potential for TWICELYTE to hit boom skip and save time here. This KWAZRR is in the mid room here, gets the power up, so no despawn for him. Actually opts to kill, or like break the boxes like pretty late.
What is happening?
Yeah, what?
Excuse me? What just happened?
It was like targeting to the right of the great
Even then,
thing
the
there.
blast surely should have destroyed though. That's crazy.
Man. TWICELYTE going for boom skip here.
That looks good to me.
Oh wow, yeah. Instant.
Yeah, there you go. That's 10 seconds of time save. If he actually hits the transition correctly. Cool. Okay.
Very good.
Was stood a little bit close, but since he dropped in hand so far away from the door. No problems with the super jump.
Right.
No D-spawn. This is actually looking like an opportunity for TWICELYTE to save a good chunk of time here.
Definitely. Yeah, KWAZRR hitting the buttons there well, so gonna be finishing out Echo Base. TWICELYTE
Still the
might.
Falcon jump to go.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so I'm actually being told in chat that KWAZRR actually went back up the slope because he missed the button. So actually there's going to be a lot of time saved here for TWICELYTE. And if
Oh,
KWAZRR keeps missing here... Okay.
He fell off. This is a
Wow,
minor
that's...
meltdown here. This is primed for TWICELYTE to save a good amount of time, maybe even like 30 seconds here if he gets the Falcon jump.
Wow.
Suddenly, it's not safe first for KWAZRR.
Yeah, TWICELYTE, large potential to save time here. He hit almost everything first try. If he hits his Falcon jump first try, I think it's going to be like 30 seconds saved, like you said. Wow, he does.
It's just a clean, what is this? Maybe a 4x potentially?
Also, Zota, I just want to mention this. He's doing like his waves setup where he just goes to the left and right here.
Yeah, this doesn't look like it's working
Really
out
slow
for him right
though.
now. Yeah. This seems like an all or nothing kind of trick.
Yeah, I actually don't even know where... Okay, there's the last guy. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. No problem. No soft lock. Let me see that echo base from TWICELYTE.
It's a...
That's a 336. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
336?
Yeah, that's really good if that's...
Wow.
I'll let you do the math because I'm also bad.
No, yeah, yeah, 336 there from TWICELYTE, and then what was that? Was a 3? Am I tripping, man? Oh yeah, wow, he lost so much time. 427 for KWAZRR, 336 from TWICELYTE, but he lost like 52 seconds or something.
Oh, that's right.
Something ridiculous.
TWICELYTE does have a penalty though.
14 seconds?
So, well,
oh wait, so, oh yeah, so 3-second penalty. So yeah, TWICELYTE is 14 seconds behind. Wow. That's huge swing. So KWAZRR really needs to lock in now. It's anyone's race.
or
not, sorry, not
coming
anyone's,
up,
but...
which could just decide it for him.
Yeah. Huge. Wow, that echo base was not what KWAZRR wanted. And TWICELYTE got exactly what he wanted. I wonder if that was a gold for TWICELYTE. That was pretty solid. But yeah, flying through Falcon Flight right now is all gonna... We'll see how this boulder goes for them. I mean, the lead could change right after this level, like you said.
And getting a slow boulder can be really bad for your mental.
Definitely.
Especially since there's a lot of stuff out of your control with it. It's not all RNG, but definitely difficult to play well and can just give you just really difficult situations to actually and the torpedoes.
Ooh,
But
KWAZRR
blank there on that wall, yeah.
I can't believe that one hit. He must have targeted with P2. I don't even know if we're going to get to see TWICELYTE's boulder because of the stream.
Hopefully he's recording. And one is time to go invalid.
Ooh, KWAZRR.
This is a pretty good start actually if this bomb one boulder moves away.
I think he has 2 more targets left.
Okay, yeah,
that must be the last one.
It looks like it.
Wow,
So
how did that
him.
one not hit? Oh my god, KWAZRR, this is the most unlucky. Oh my god, this target is like unhittable. It's impossible to hit the target.
Okay, he eventually gets it.
His TWICELYTE probably is doing well here.
Okay, well, judging by the fact that like the next slide pretty
Yeah.
much finished the boulder, I'd say that was probably a good boulder from TWICELYTE.
That must have been good, yeah.
16.
Zota going for boob skip, if anyone. Oh. Yeah, he's a 10th
TWICELYTE
man.
is now in the lead by
Wow.
quite a lot. 12 seconds, 13 seconds.
13-second lead for TWICELYTE now.
Well, maybe, I guess 10 now with the
Oh, yeah.
penalty.
10 second. That's insane. That last target really hurt KWAZRR, and that's going to be... I mean, TWICELYTE also does GTF. KWAZRR doesn't do GTF. Like, this is dangerous now. TWICELYTE might just bring it home. Zota does get boom skip, though. I think that was the 4th try.
That really, I'm just thinking about how like TWICELYTE basically finished the boulder in one slide. Like,
Yeah.
that was just a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, that was good. We didn't get to see it, but it was good.
It seemed like a good one.
Yeah, it's going to come down to these last 3, the dreaded trio of episode 5. I'd say in terms of like, I think Dagoba's the easiest one, and then Bestman and CCT, so it's like, you kind of get a mix of all the difficulty.
You're well practiced. This level should be consistent, but there is a chance of just a DBS breakdown, or I don't want to even consider a hard skip fail, but the Vader fight, you can lose a lot of time.
Yeah, TWICELYTE alt-tab there in the level, so it didn't do it in the
Yeah.
cutscene.
He may have forgotten to cue it during Falcon flight.
Yeah, so he's actually... I mean, his
KWAZRR
loads are bad.
Dying here.
Oh, no.
Now he has to deal with a weird camera angle now that R2 is already on the other side.
This is...
This is
It's a
kind of hard
knowledge
to
test.
recover with this camera angle.
Oh,
Yeah, and it's getting away from him. TWICELYTE will... Playing it
Oh, he
really
dies
safe.
too.
Actually, ooh. KWAZRR does
KWAZRR-
eventually make it across as well.
yeah. KWAZRR going for hut skip here. Looks good, yeah. Instantly pauses the game.
TWICELYTE has made it. Seemed like it was a tiny bit faster than KWAZRR.
I think so.
Be even.
God, he's going forward there. I could see you, hard to. All right, we're good. KWAZRR pickle jump, believe it to be first try.
I think he failed actually.
Oh, okay. Second try.
TWICELYTE gets no jump.
Oh, he hit the trunk, but just didn't jump. Oh, gets it that time. No David slide attempts.
Yeah, might have to be a DQ for that one, unfortunately.
Absolutely. Both runners. KWAZRR going for the difficult Yoda jumps here, but gets him.
KWAZRR's gonna want to lock in a clean Vader fight to make up for the BS meltdown.
Definitely.
Struggling to drop in P2.
Yeah. I've never seen someone slam as Yoda in the first stage there. Just get force movement here. Ooh, falls off there.
TWICELYTE
Oh,
was off the box, but it's still quite a bit faster than KWAZRR's first cycle.
yeah, for all we know, TWICELYTE could still be ahead because his loads have been pretty bad. Like I mean, they both made pretty similar mistakes on DPS in this room. Both missing pickle jump.
TWICELYTE missing the last camera pan movement. Oh,
Right.
tiny bit of time, but I think overall it may have been faster or even breaking even with KWAZRR's boss fight.
Yeah, KWAZRR also slamming the box there as Yoda. Never seen that one.
And we've seen KWAZRR in the chat, so he may be aware of how much his lead has dropped and that he's been surpassed, which might get into his head.
Yeah. Yeah, KWAZRR finishing off the level here. We'll have to see what his end time is. Also, TWICELYTE not killing the bats, so taking some damage on Yoda. And then we'll see Zota's boulder here, see if he has the best. I mean, we didn't really see TWICELYTE's boulder, but we can assume it was good. Because he saved so much time to KWAZRR. Yeah. We'll see the CCT.
Leapfrog on the tables for both players as well.
Yeah, whoever wins. As long as there's no Bespin CCT meltdowns from either of them.
Well, yeah, it would have to really be from both of them because I'd say whoever melts down would be getting second.
Oh wow, very lucky targeting from Zota, by the way, on this boulder. This should be the last target. Oh, I lied. This should be the last target.
That's pretty much like the ideal boulder.
Yeah, that
Everything's
was
slow enough that all the torpedoes hit pretty easily.
That was nice. Here we go into
KWAZRR on
CCT for
PV0
KWAZRR.
now.
Yeah.
Let's respawn in the right spot, it looks like.
Yeah, opting not to take a death here as Luke. So he'll be down one
Count
heart.
looks good, so.
Yeah. Ooh, TWICELYTE with the force push. But also, yeah, TWICELYTE still in the lead, 4 seconds. Exiting Dagobah. Well, actually 1 second because of the penalty. Oh, instant deflect there for TWICELYTE, but kills R2.
Yeah, that's a little bit of time loss then.
Does get some force push.
I think
KWAZRR
KWAZRR might have missed EV1 once.
Yeah, that was either first or second try panel fly for him. So not too shabby. TWICELYTE going for panel fly, missing it completely on the first attempt. And the second. This KWAZRR goes for DVT. And TWICELYTE still failing panel fly. While KWAZRR perfectly gets DVT.
Wow.
And that's a 4th try panel fly for TWICELYTE.
Still got this putt.
You're right.
Flies a little bit low, but gets the clip up.
Yeah, very nice from KWAZRR here. Gets the camera fan skip. Oh,
Good
just
edge jump, but
barely.
I can jump quite early.
Right. That one looks pretty good. Oh. Still early on the second jump.
Spacing of the jump is a little bit early. Close to that time, but
We might have a situation where both of them are on DV3.
yeah,
Just jumping.
TWICELYTE, despite his DV1 fails, is actually going to catch up quite a bit.
Oh my
KWAZRR
goodness.
Still has not got DV3.
Oh my god, that one was the closest one he's had. TWICELYTE. Oh. And KWAZRR finally gets after like 10 attempts.
TWICELYTE losing his chance to catch up. Stream is delayed. Okay, he's probably ahead based on the stream delay.
Yeah,
So,
I believe so. He should be
TWICELYTE
considerably
making
ahead.
up a lot of time.
Wow, TWICELYTE bangs it out there. And they're like synced up hard, like going into the end of CCT. But we won't know for
This
sure.
is the thing now. TWICELYTE has probably a big enough lead that he shouldn't even like need to go for GTF to win.
Well, I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm not actually sure if he does have that much of a lead. I think he does. Well, yeah. Okay, so it's 34. 58. So it's a 24 second gap, or 21 second gap technically. Is 21, how much does GTF save?
Um, 20 to 30, I'd say. But the thing is, KWAZRR is not going for
Oh,
GTF.
that's right.
So
Well, does he know how to do
TWICELYTE can just
GTF?
walk in. I don't know if he's learned it at all.
If
I think
KWAZRR
his
knows how,
gold
he kind of
is
has to do
without.
it.
But yeah, if KWAZRR does know it, he wants to pull it out here. But at the same time, TWICELYTE doesn't need to go for it. But if he does and fails it, he can't just lose this.
Also, we're coming up on Zota. He's
Zota's
not doing
gonna
the fight.
He's gonna do his little strat, isn't he?
Oh yeah. You get to watch this while Bestman opening cutscene happens.
I think he's still the only player that goes for this.
Yep.
It is technically slower, but slower if you play the fight optimally, which isn't. This good at first try, so honestly, it probably
That was pretty
save
good.
time.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, here we go. They're basically tied in the cutscene, but they're technically TWICELYTE is leading by 21 seconds. Oh, Zota takes a death. All right, it all comes down to Bespin. We'll see what the strat choices are here. As both players like doing the similar movement at the same time, both of them jumped at the same frame on screen.
Coming up on the Velvet boss fight, this is probably the point we'll tell TWICELYTE's intentions, depending on which character he has.
Oh,
Yeah,
KWAZRR
it
considerably
seems like
slower
he
fight.
might not be doing it, unless he switches to Chewy.
Where is Leia? On
What he's
TWICELYTE's
trying to-
screen.
I think he's trying to do a camera fence skip.
Is he doing the LSW2 strat? Like, what's happening right now?
Unless he goes for layer jump with Lando on player 2.
Oh, TWICELYTE got out there. KWAZRR fails the first attempt, but gets the second try as well. TWICELYTE gets the respawn there. Important.
Yeah, TWICELYTE does layer, so there is still a chance he goes for this, especially if he doesn't actually know the situation.
Yeah, we'll see.
'Cause he
Also,
could
KWAZRR is
just
getting
think
his
he
helmet
doesn't have a
shot
lead.
off. Let's see. We'll see right here. Not doing it.
TWICELYTE, he's not doing it. And that may well just be what he needs to do to win this.
Yeah, I think that's it. Unless KWAZRR does it here and gets it. It has to be quick, and he doesn't. So that's it. That should be it. As long as there's no disasters for TWICELYTE, like he doesn't mess up the box clip, he does fine on the end platform, like this should be good. Should be locked in for TWICELYTE. And that's crazy because he was like 2 minutes behind, a minute and a half behind. He clawed it all the way back. KWAZRR losing so much time on Echo Base and Boulder.
And the 3 and 5, like, it was what, 2 minutes difference was the biggest.
Yeah.
And by the end of episode 3, it was a minute 30. And then by the end of Echo Base, it's 30 seconds.
Insane. Yeah, KWAZRR just losing time over 3 and 5, and TWICELYTE should have it here. All right, let's see this box clip. This is the last point where we could have
He
a
is doing
problem.
box clip with Chewy. That's
Doing Chewy box clip?
Wait,
Okay.
okay, I guess this is fine.
It's like he thought he did GTF, so he's doing Chewy box clip. I hope he knows that he still needs to pull the levers.
Yeah, I'm a little confused by this. I guess
If he
I don't know
goes
how
to
this-
bed, if he go, does he know Senior Crowd? What is he doing? He doesn't know.
What?
He doesn't know. Okay, he's doing Senior Crowd.
He's doing the
okay.
scenic route.
Okay. Okay. What's going
A little
on?
bit strange, but
Okay.
he still has the lead.
Yeah, he does. No surf from KWAZRR there. A nice surf from TWICELYTE. Really good. Oh, a little bit long.
TWICELYTE actually overshooting.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a little bit scary from TWICELYTE.
Yeah, TWICELYTE really had the heart rate going up there.
It's just toying with us.
Yeah. All right, let's see these end platforms.
Assuming they don't just like blow themselves up 1,000 times. I think TWICELYTE going to close this out.
Yeah, should be. Don't take too many
KWAZRR
deaths
has
here.
saved quite a lot of time in this level, but not quite
Not enough,
time
I think.
needs.
That was interesting from TWICELYTE though.
TWICELYTE actually had a
Oh,
way
wow.
faster end platform. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think there's any doubt at this point.
Yeah, let's see. It's TWICELYTE and KWAZRR end. GG. Yeah, TWICELYTE winning by 24 seconds there over KWAZRR, despite the little scare at the end where he had us going, but that was good. Came back all the way from 2 minutes
Locking
down.
in the leapfrog as well.
Wow.
Full minute.
Let's go, TWICELYTE.
That was honestly really surprising. Surprising comeback from TWICELYTE. He just absolutely reset after the princess. Like, it takes a lot of mental fortitude to not just break down after a mistake like that, and
Yeah.
just closing it out with actually a really big time difference.
Yeah, insane. He lost like 1.5 minutes in Princess by missing the out of bounds, and he comes back all the way through episode 3 and 5. Just insane from TWICELYTE. Wow.
And it's, yeah, Jared pointing out in the chat, it's pretty unfortunate KWAZRR getting a better time than both players in the rung above, but
Yeah.
ends up eliminated.
Still eliminated.
Just finding himself in a rough situation with the weaker time last week.
Yep. That's Ladder League.
Definitely just not like the full extent, and I expect KWAZRR, despite being eliminated, gonna keep pushing his time down because we haven't even seen like the skill in this game in 1 month, going from what 241
Yeah.
or something, 228.
Yeah, it's still super impressive. He's a great runner. I definitely expect him to keep pushing down for like mid 220.
Man,
Or more.
TWICELYTE, I can't even say enough. Like,
Yeah.
that is just incredible consistency to actually come back from the time deficit.
Great composure. Just played steady. And he needed the mistakes from KWAZRR and he got them, so. And we'll watch Zota's Bespin here.
THENZOTA. I mean, at this point, he can surely go for GTF. I think he doesn't do it though. I don't know. We'll see.
I think he knows how to do it. It's just he doesn't do it. Like he doesn't like to do it.
The weird thing about him and GTF is he was doing it before it was even like a strat that was like viable in runs. He'd just go for it for whatever reason.
Right.
And as soon as it actually became a strat people can do, he stopped going for it, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, but I mean, for Zota, he had like you said, he hasn't gotten a 3x since coming back. So also there's a trooper that he needs to kill there.
Is
Nicely done.
on pace for that 3x.
Yeah. Having to drop out twice there. He kills all the troopers. Oh, never mind.
Except that one.
Yeah. Got the
That's a
aggro.
classic.
All right, let's see it. Is he going to go for GTF here? No. Just going to opt to go for the 3x and not waste his time on the GTF. And still, I mean, compared to his PB, like, this is not a horrible run. Like, just had some mistakes.
Considering hasn't really played
No.
much Tool in the past year.
Yeah, his longest practice stream was yesterday, right before the match. So
I don't think like you could realistically expect him to win this game. So I think he's pretty much just put up like a respectable time for the level he's at right now. And
right.
honestly, I hope to see more Zota because
Yeah.
man's an icon.
No, for sure. It would be so cool to see him PB in 90%.
And I think for sure he can get sub 230.
No, 100%. If he's not rusty. Oh,
Be
probably gotta
yet
kill
to
this
see.
trooper, right? Oh, he's going.
We'll be getting a TWICELYTE interview. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, is he,
Whoa,
does he do
whoa.
the backup? Okay. That's
Is that?
unfortunate.
Oh.
Now he has to go back for free. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, at least he didn't
Yeah.
blow a lead to that.
Yeah, he knows. Well, getting to watch some
Just
more
when
best
we were
men.
saying nice things.
Well, hopefully this is still a 3. Can this even 3x anymore? I think this is gonna be a 240.
I don't think it should lose too much time. I don't know, maybe actually.
It loses a lot. Have to hit the button. Oh no.
What? Why is it taking so long?
I think it's because he triggered the laser before hitting the button, so it like is on its
Right.
cycle. One-legged 3PO coming shortly.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would just kill
Like it
3PO,
would,
right?
yeah, I'm wondering if that would have just been faster at this point.
Well, he's pushing him along, so we're going.
What a tragedy.
All right. Oh, 2 deaths too on. Dang. Well, 2-player movement in this room is the first time I've seen it in a while. So, it's a treat. I think he could just drop out 1 player here, but he's doing 2. Oh, wait, also... Yeah, he needs R2, yeah.
Figuring out how to actually play this level casually. Oh, the 1 in 10, yeah. I didn't even
Oh, huge
think he
fountain.
said that, but I was...
Can he even enter with Lando like that?
What is...
Okay. Yeah.
I thought he knew something we didn't.
Yeah,
Alright,
I thought
let's
there's
see
some
the
cool
subs.
auto drop out there. Surf? Ooh, that's not bad.
Didn't get great distance, but surf nonetheless. This one,
Ooh,
yeah.
ooh,
Oh, that's the Taz surf.
Oh my
baby.
god. Let's go. That made it all back, I think. Let's go. As Zota looking to finish off, I think this will be a roughly 8-minute something best man, but it'll be one for the ages. Or no, it won't be that slow. It'll be like a 7-minute. Also, what is he doing on the end platform right now?
Yeah, this is interesting. Just like an experimental way
I need to
to
learn
clear
this
the
one, I
troopers
think.
quickly.
All right.
All right. There we
Zota
go.
finishes off with.
Clutches up the sub 240.
Yeah, he clutched it. Let's go. 2-3x. GG, Zota.
GG's.
All
And,
right.
I believe we're joined by TWICELYTE.
Oh,
I guess congratulations. And first question is, were you actually keeping up with how the run was going? Were you aware of the comeback that you made?
I turned the stream off.
Hmm.
I just didn't look until like I think in between Kashyyyk and Ruin. and then I realized I was still I wasn't that, only a little over a minute,
Right.
and I thought it was still doable. So after that, I checked basically after every level.
And
Yeah,
I
how-
guess when you saw your lead in GTF, that was like, okay, I don't need to do
Actually,
GTF.
okay, I was fully going for GTF until I realized I hadn't changed my refresh rate, and my alt tabs have been so bad I didn't want to do it during gameplay.
Oh,
So I just decided
Okay.
not to go for it.
I mean, that may have
And
been a
I
blessing in disguise.
yeah, that was good.
I honestly probably was, but that went hand in hand with me forgetting how to do the door clip, so I wasn't confident in it. I was scared of getting what happened to Zota just now. So I did it with Chewy, which I know is slow, but
Yeah, do what you know. Yeah, you had our hearts racing. We were like, did he forget that he needs to pull the levers? Like, but then you just did the scenic route, so we were like, okay,
yeah.
we're good. So, but how were you feeling when you missed the room when or the Princess Out of Bounds? Like, what was your thought process? Like, you tried to back it up, we saw, but
Yeah. My initial thought was I figured it would just be like the backup for if you missed in
right.
DSE. I tried to know what to do, so I just got out of the level, went back in.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wasn't that shaken up by it though. I think I had a pretty good spot for the whole race.
Good. Yeah, I mean, you were down 2 minutes, but then you slowly clawed it back. Like, you were still down like a minute 30, ending episode 3, but then Quasar's Echo Base, and you just had it. It was good.
Yeah.
Apparently, the audio's not working out right now. I
Oh,
don't
really?
know.
Oh,
Oh,
Is it just TWICELYTE that's?
Oh,
it might be. I don't know.
either way.
Oh, we'll just continue.
Yeah, congratulations, man. That was sick. You came back all the way.
Yeah. I got my goal. The goal was just gonna be to get the time to leapfrog because I don't want to get stuck in the bottom rung, and I got that. So, I mean,
Really well done.
yeah.
I'm impressed. How long have you been derusting? What's the
Well,
process been like?
since my run, basically.
Oh,
It's
wow.
come
On and
together
off.
quick.
It's like 3 days.
Like the first.
Oh, okay, okay.
No. I mean, this could have been. I'm really excited about my potential after this run too, because I was only 3 out of Echo Base,
Oh, wow.
and I lost 2 minutes to a soft lock. So I think I got 227 soon.
Huge. Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to watching you going forward in the ladder league. It's going to be awesome.
Thanks.
All right. Anything else?
I mean, shout out to KWAZRR. That was a hell of a race.
Yeah, that was sick. That was really close. Really good watch. All right.
Yeah, commiserations to KWAZRR and Zota. GG's on the win.
Thank you.
Yes, we can wrap it up for this one. We've got this was the final match of the week, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm misremembering. So week 2 wrapped.
Yep.
Next week is set. Stay tuned though.
Yes. Stay tuned.
Heat is rising, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks everyone for watching.
See you guys.